Hello, 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 chat. How are we doing? How are you guys? Danushka, thank you so much for subbing for 8 months. I delayed the start of the stream today, chat, because I was very busy. I was busy being productive with some Photoshop work. I don't know if people have seen the tweet that Brighton have just put out. You know, I thought reactionary content. I am, after all, an influencer. So I did some, of my finest work. And you know what? I think it deserves a retweet. So you should go follow me on Twitter, find this tweet, and retweet it. Yeah, some of my finest. Very niche, topical, you could say. Anyway, that's why the stream's late starting today. Not for any other reason. I wish I could give you the excuse there being a better reason. There isn't one. Mr. Daniel, mate, thank you so much. It's Mr. Daniel Elm. I do this every time. Daniel, mate, thank you so much for the resub. Tubers, where does time gone? I don't know. That's a great question. Eforge. How do I say that name? Answers on a postcard, check. Give it your best attempt at home. Send me your recordings. Eforge, thank you so much for so big performance. Just says hello. Hello to you too. I haven't sorted Frosty out. I do the Photoshops that don't need to be sorted. The memes. I don't do the actual productive. Just the productive Photoshops. That feels like work. Valencia, thank you so much for 21 months. Chat, shall we play some Football Manager today? We left things in quite the situation, if I might say so myself. You know, sometimes you leave things on a bit of a cliffhanger. We did that yesterday. We have Mainz to play today. If you missed yesterday's stream, you missed a banger. If we just go to the tree view. Show me the tree. Oh, God, it's going to be a big tree here. We've gone through quite a few qualifying rounds to get here. Where are we in the tree? Here we are. Look at this run, by the way. 7-0 first game. That was a good result. CSKA Sofia scraped by. And then we went and invited the Turkish team, Antalyaspor, to our own ground and beat them 6-0 in the second leg. Mainz. I hope they're afraid of us. I realise I'm wearing Mainz red today. I've not thought this through. Their best player is Jonathan Burkhardt, who is on £78,000 a week. Just as a little reminder, we're currently, spending, you can see here, £24,000 a week. Yeah, it's not going to be easy today. But when has it ever been? If we can make it to the group stage, I think it's going to be good for our finances. I don't think it'll quite be as lucrative as last season, but to be fair, with the way that we've been losing money, we just need to get to Europe every year. That's basically the aim. Get to Europe every year. If we can get to a point where the club reputation rises and our players start to have semi-significant resale value, that would also help us. So yeah, today is rather large. No FPL stuff today. I've not touched my team since yesterday. Hey, Jack, mate. I literally have... I think I'm Jack. This isn't Jack, mate, stream. I'm just Jack. But, Brun, you got Ed Sheeran playing a concert almost in your back garden at the moment. If you listen to him or me, I would say him, to be fair. I think I'd rather listen to Ed Sheeran than myself. Is that controversial opinion? I mean, I am musically inclined, but he has got a very nice voice. Positive thinking today. Mainz over matter. I'm trying to think if that's ban-worthy. Is that ban-worthy? That could be ban-worthy. Right, Valrenga, by the way, keep bidding for Bungard. They bid £43,000 for our best player. I'm not going to be accepting £43,000, especially because our transfer window is closed. And also, we keep getting offers on Arnstad as well. Stop doing this. Stop it. I mean, it's more money, but I don't need to sell him. He's got a 4-year contract at the club and a 3-year optional extension. I mean, the only reason I'd ever sell Bungard is if the board do it above my head, but I just don't see that happening. How are Valor doing? Great question. Should we have a peek? I think they're the only other team still in Europe. They are in the Conference League. I should just look at their fixtures rather than hunting for ours. So in the Conference League, they are taking on Sutjeska, who are from Montenegro. Now, it's worth noting that because Valor won the league, they are in the champions kind of bracket. One of the advantages of winning the league here in Iceland is that not only do you enter at the Champions League qualifying rounds, which means you can still drop down to the Europa League and then Conference League and still make it through. It means you're guaranteed to get drawn against other teams who have won their groups. And in terms of the teams that have won their league that are in the Conference League, I mean, I guess Astana are a little bit scary. Apoel aren't bad. Addons aren't bad either. But all those teams, I'd argue, whilst they're perhaps the biggest teams in their nation and they won their leagues respectively, they're probably not as good as Mainz in Germany. So the fact that we look on course to win the league this year is kind of big from that point of view. But yeah, you can see in terms of the league, Valor are mega struggling. I mean, they've only played 13 games so far this year. Like, they are just struggling to juggle the games. A bit like we did last year, to be fair. Like, they've had a few extra games versus ourselves. But they are suffering, whereas we have kind of made it work despite that. Oh, it's going to be good. Right, should we get a prediction going for this game? Mods? Mods? There actually aren't any mods around right now, chat. Don't write anything rude, or I have to deal with it myself. I realise people... Don't be a dick. If you write anything rude now, banned forever. Banned forever. Right, should we get a prediction going? I think we're going to get a prediction going. Right, this is over the 2 legs. Will we beat Mainz over 2 legs? You know what? I'm going to give people 5 minutes here. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I know it's a little bit of a waiting game. We'll do some squad review bits in the meantime, but I want to give people a chance to get into the stream who are maybe starting a little bit late. You know, we don't want to have anyone miss out on the action. Also, Nakim, fitness test not required, can play. Peanuts, failed a fitness test. Not ideal. Oh yeah, I forgot. We've assigned these guys, haven't we? We agreed to sign the 2 players from the Netherlands in Ignjatovic and also Vogel, which is quite good. And then a few of these other players, I think, are just players in on trial as part of youth intakes. Right, their trials are going to be... I'm going to terminate them because they're joining us at the end of the year anyway. We did get our youth intake. It was rubbish. It was rubbish. I don't want to talk about it, to be honest. I'm a bit confused as to why all these players, and the youngsters that we've signed, are going into our senior team. Whenever we have a youth intake chat, you've got to remind me that I then need to demote them all. Because for whatever reason, they all just get put in the senior team, and they should not be here. I've just made them available, haven't I, rather than moving them to the squad. There we go. Right, I'm calm now. You guys, did I do the same with these guys? You can get moved down as well. Right. I mean, so far this year, the team's doing okay. Like, we've got a 26-man squad. Performance-wise, I mean, the strikers are doing well. Like, Almeida and Antonio. Antonio in the Euro Cup 2, the Conference League, 9 goals in 6. It's pretty nice. M. Jason, thank you very much for redeeming. You redeem hydrates a lot, I feel like. Thank you for keeping me alive. Any regens in the main Iceland team? I think there's only one in the under-21s at the moment. It's still kind of early days. Thoughts on the Albon tweet? Funny. Funny. We have had our youth intake chat. It was really bad. Do you want to? I can show you the best player was in the youth intake, but it wasn't a good youth intake. It was probably this guy, Fanar Danielson. I like the look of, but you can kind of see by the summary. Question marks. And also there was this guy too who doesn't seem terrible. Like, either-footed Resolute is nice, but Can we see the League Dream 11? That's actually a good thing to suggest. I don't think I've looked at this in a while. This looks a little different to when I last looked at it. Matthias is in it, Nakim is in it, Frosty's in it, Moomin and Arnstad are in it, Aranda, Bungard, Almeida. We're taking over. Maffy's Tell, he's not bad. He's playing for Breidablik. He's out on the left. Perez, for them plays on the left too. And then the only other player who's not in our team in the team is this man, Ella Jorfelson. Probably said that horrifically. He's pretty good, to be fair, but £2,000 a week. That's a lot of money Valor are paying for their players, although we're slowly getting towards that, I suppose. Weezers, thank you so much for the 11 months. Bring on FPL. I did my FPL chat yesterday. I've not touched it since yesterday. Will I change it before Friday? Probably. M. Jason, dude, thank you so much for the 10 months. Get the Vadukas raised. Get them up in the air like you just don't care. Right, chat. How many people retweeted my funny tweet? Like, I delayed the start of the stream to make a meme in Photoshop. In fact, I've left Photoshop open. We can probably close that, can't we? Good meme. Good meme. If you didn't see the meme, you know, if you're a little bit late, I'll just put it there. High effort. How good is Frosty? He's one of the best players in the league, according to the media. They are massively overrating him, I think. Like, he's good, and he's improving a lot. I don't think he's as good as him being in the media best 11 suggests. Like, he and Nakim are in the media dream 11 at centre-back, but maybe it's changed because Frosty's improved a little bit, but I don't feel like Peanuts is, like, that far away from Frosty. Certainly not to the point where I'd consider Frosty a 4-star player and Peanuts a 2.5-star player, especially considering that Peanuts is consistent, whereas Frosty isn't. But of course, a lot of it is subjective. That's the beautiful thing about football. Did I go double Leicester goalkeepers? I'm not going to, I don't think. It's a bit of a gamble. If I was planning on wildcard in game week 2 or 3, I probably would go for it. I'm actually thinking at the moment I might go Melier Ward and rotate them. Is that guy's name actually Peanuts? I don't want to ruin it, but it isn't. I don't want to shatter the illusion, but sadly not. Right, shall we get into this game against Mainz? They're quite good. I mean, they're better than us. Their highest earner is on 3 times more than our entire team combined. I think when we checked yesterday, they had something like 13 players who were on more than our entire team combined. Like, their wage budget is probably like 15 to 20 times larger than ours. But first leg at home, let's keep it competitive. If we win it, we're into the group stage. If we lose it, it's been a good little run. Like, I can't really knock us. And hopefully next year, with us winning the league this year, or at least looking likely for that to happen, it'll be an easier gauntlet we have to run. In terms of if you win your league, you're only playing against other league winners around Europe, which, of course, to get to the Champions League group stage makes it difficult. But by the time you get down to the Europa League, like, you're looking at like the winners of leagues like in, well, Montenegro, Sweden. Slightly easier games, I'd argue, than what we have here. Oh, my word. That is a massive block by Tarek. That was big. That was big. Hawkerland, do not get booked early. You've got to be disciplined. Enjoy it, but enjoy it by being disciplined. Didn't see the second leg against Antalyaspor, but delighted to see my bet came in. We won it 6-0 the second leg. We won the first leg 2-0. Second leg was 6-0. It was mad. That's not good, is it? Big stops by Matthias. Chat, this is going to be rough. We've been on the back foot for 7 minutes very early on. Of course, the way that we play, we like to absorb pressure. We're like a sponge. The issue is sponges have capacity. They can't absorb it all if the puddle's too big. And this is a quite big puddle. Right, set pieces. We have to make the most of these. Bungard. Hawkland hits it. It's not really what I want to see. I mean, this is the home leg as well. There's no away goals. This is the leg where if we're going to try and smash and grab, it's more likely. Nice head on start. We've got so many men back behind the ball. Just get your bodies in front of it. Lots of blocks. Lots of blocks. If I just say lots of blocks repeatedly, it'll be fine. Why is number 9 for them marked in the middle? Second balls. Love that, Frosty. All right, now we break. Okay, now we give the ball to them. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I mean, they're playing 5 at the back. which is going to make our game plan of hitting them on the break more difficult, I feel like. But it's still doable. With the pace that we have, we'll get a chance. This game is just a case of taking it when it comes. Hawkeland, Bungard. This is nice. Fredrickson, have a go. Why not? Enjoy yourself. Or just run into their man. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Burkhart. No. Away. That's okay. That's not okay. They're just better than us everywhere, aren't they? Like, their quality is so much better. I can't say I'm going into this game expecting us to make it through. We just got to play like lions. Do I think the Brighton did the tweet because of Piastri yesterday? No. I think they saw the fact that Fabrizio Romano is reporting that they've agreed a deal and they haven't agreed a deal and they want to make that clear ahead of the start of the season. I mean, this is slightly different to the Piastri one, right? In the sense that it's from Romano who's come out and said, yeah, the deal's done. No one as far as I'm aware, Chelsea haven't put out a statement saying the deal's done. I mean, okay, look, 0-0 at half-time? We would have taken that. If we lose, what happens? We're out of Europe for the year. We don't make the group stage, and we lose a potential source of money. Although I think we get some okay money for making it this far. I don't think it's going to be quite the kind of 2.5 million or 3 million it was last year, but I do think you get like some money for this. I have no idea how much it is, to be honest. I feel like the Conference League is still kind of a new competition, right? I'm going to tell our wing-backs to play more defensively here. I'm going to tell us to force the play through the middle more. Kind of want them just to sit back. They're always leaving their two strikers forward, and I feel like just having the wing-back stay back is a bit of insurance there. We get 86k if just for playing in this game. I think there might be some additional funds just for kind of making it close to the group stage. I'm not sure, though. Really, we just have to make it through. Antonio, please. Come on! Let's go, chat. That is why we play the way that we do. Sit back, absorb pressure, hit them on the break. Use the pace that we have. Just be nice and compact. Loads of men behind the ball. Block as many shots as we can. Then play it through the middle like that. That is the chance. I said we get a chance this game. We just have to take it. Come on! Still a lot to be done. Still massively against the run of play. I'm going to take off Almeida and bring in Aranda. I'm going to move him to play as an advance forward as well. Knack him on an injury concerns me. I'm going to bring in Gudmundsson and Hawkeland off for Gianni. Let's get some fresh legs on for players who haven't really shown up today. Oh, it's good, but there's still a lot of this game left. Great finish, by the way. Can we discuss that? Can we discuss that? Also, the lemon is on the pitch. There's a football match coming on, and I've brought a lemon into the action. Good save, Matthias. Right. Can we make something happen? I mean, it's going to be tough. Let's not be silly here. We are in a very fortuitous position on the balance of play. Although, Planner, play it across. Play it... Okay. Okay. I mean, I'll applaud it. Okay. What do I know? That's mad. Lumped forward. Jose Antonio knocks the ball in, and then Planner just emerges and goes, you know what, I'll dink it. Two chances, two one-on-ones. We've taken them both. That is madness. What a finish that is. You know what, at this point, I'm not going to change the way that we play, but I'm just going to tell opposed to time waste. How big's our stadium? We're actually playing, I believe, in the National Icelandic Stadium here. Just because, well, our main stadium doesn't actually fulfill the requirements. I mean, there's still time for them to get a goal back here, but against the run of play, I mean, to be fair, we weathered a storm, right? Their XG, I don't think, has gone up in the second half. They've not created nearly as much in the second half since we changed the defender's kind of shape. That is not a good clearance by Matthias. I mean, they could get one back here. They could get one back here. That's a big block. Men behind the ball, do some defending. Oh, my word. What is happening? Planner, Arnstad. Is he going to get... He must be off, right? He was off. He was off. I didn't get too carried away there. I just knew. Oh, my word. Right. I mean... I know they had chances in the first half, but a lot of them were just blocked away. Oh, it's corner to deal with. If they get a goal here, it's going to suck. Ah! Still 2-1. Still 2-1. Let's look at the positives. Still going to be very difficult away from home in Germany, but we're showing a bit of life. I mean, you know what? That's a great result. In isolation, even if we go out, that is a historic, heroic win. You can see they really did turn the screw. They threw men forward at 2-0 down. But for the vast majority of that second half, we really limited their chances whilst we were on top and got our goals. I mean, they're actually massively inflated by that one chance that was blocked. Good performance. That is it. You know what? Even if we don't win the second leg, you can kind of be proud of that in isolation. Young Fjolnir shine against Mainz. Hell yeah, we do. Wins like that as well, I think, will help our reputation, which is really, really good, obviously, longer term. Jose Antonio, 10 goals now in these qualifiers. Do we get any money for winning that? Is there bonus money? I don't think there was any bonus money for winning that, sadly. Someone asked about what ground we play at. We play at the Lauga. I'm not going to say it. It's a stadium in the Reykjavik Stadium. This stadium is normally used by, well, you can see here all the Icelandic teams in European games, it looks like. But ordinarily, it's just used by the Icelandic national team. Oh, right. I mean, second leg is going to be coming up. Between then and now, though, we're actually taking on Starnjan. I'm going to play the B team here for obvious reasons. I might have to keep Almeida in the team, actually, simply because he keeps complaining about lack of first-team football. But everyone else, we're going to rotate. Does that happen IRL as well? It would do MK Gamma Ray if the club couldn't afford, didn't have. If it would happen if the club in question didn't have facilities that could host games at this level. That's happened occasionally in Europe. Like, I know if a lot of Gibraltarian clubs, actually, I think it's changed now for Gibraltar, but there was a period where clubs in Gibraltar weren't able to play European games in Gibraltar. And even the Gibraltar national team had to play in Spain, just because UEFA have requirements for different competitions. Adam, dude, thank you so much for the 14 months. I hope you're doing good, dude. Long-time viewer, appreciate you. Is Almeida on a star player deal? Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's a common problem. He's now dropped his concern. Basically, I'm resting him whenever we have European games, but for whatever reason, because he's a star player, it seems like the AI weights the league games more heavily than European games. So even though he's playing every single European game for us, he just complains about not playing in the league, even though I'm just resting him. It's a bit dumb. Do all of your first-team players got professional contracts? It's pretty close to that. Hi, Jack. Where would you put Kevin Lelujo Chapman on an all-time list of Kings of FM? Okay, top 10 Kings of FM. Obviously, me and you, Ben, are in there. Mick Mar Jr.'s in there. Who else have we got in the Kings of FM? I'll put in Cavani for early contributions to the scene. Zealand, obviously. I think Crew is probably emerging. He's more of a prince, but definitely in the top 10. Second yellow card, sweet left foot. I mean, look, Manny won a showdown, so I'd probably have Manny in there. I mean, he's streaming, he's up there, right? And, Loki Doki, I'd have in there. Are we going beyond just creators? I mean, Miles has got to be in there. Duffy's got to be in there. I'd probably have the Collier brothers who originally made Championship Manager in there. Kev might not even make my top 20. To be honest. I mean, do you put StatApp in there? I think StatApp deserves a chat. Like, for infamy alone, like, you know, the heel. I'd have StatApp in there. I mean, he invented the concept of narratives. So, I'd have him in there. I mean, let's not be ridiculous. We're not putting Holly in there yet. She's like a rookie. Golden FM and Nerdphonic, yeah. Jamie the FM Hub. I tell you what, Kev might not be in the top 25 here, folks. Kev might not be in the top 25. Wait and hope. Dude, thank you so much for the resub. Been enjoying the save. Please enjoy the well-earned yogurt. I will get a yogurt with your sub specifically. When I'm eating a yogurt at the end of the week, I will think about you. That's a weird sentence, isn't it? Hey, Gringo, no worries, mate. I hope your stream was good. Sorry that I couldn't drop by your stream afterwards. I've been recording so many videos because I'm away over the weekend, so I've been trying to get ahead. So I had a late night recording session. But I hope that my community were... I was going to say I hope they were safe. They're usually all right. I sometimes have to put them on a bit of a lead. But yeah, I hope they showed you a load of love. I hope you beat the other boys. I assumed it was a network game by the title of the stream. Kev's legacy depended on me creating the stream a showdown. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And even then, like, it's mad, really, because you wrote into the script about him winning all these different ones, and then he just rocks off, like, and pretends it was his success. When really, like, you know, you basically gave us the script to sing off. Okay, Euro Cup 2, top 3 finish guaranteed. So we've got European football next year, everyone. I kind of want to win the league, which is still very much the aim. So it should be okay. Can everyone stop? Oh, that is a bigger offer, isn't it, for Bungard? That is a bigger offer for Bungard. I don't really... I don't want to sell him. Is it... How much would you sell him for in our situation, chat? Like $1 million? Is that absurd? He's our star player. 8 assists in 10 in the league. The striker we've converted to be a Regista. And he's actually really good at Regista as well now. We signed him for 30k. Like, our player values are so low, but like I don't need to get rid of him. Also, I think for that European game we just played in, we like got a bit of a spike of money. I think we got like 200k for playing in that. That's decent. No worries, Ben. Yeah, as I said, I don't know if Kev will make the top 30, to be honest. Like, you've got to have people like Tom FM in there as well, right? Like, he was basically my original protege. Like, we went to school together. I taught him everything I could. He will also get homegrown, Rennie. That is actually another really, really good point. How's our homegrown stuff looking? Let's have a quick peek. Just as a reminder, chat. You have to have 8 players homegrown at club minimum in Iceland, which makes kind of squad building a little bit awkward at times. So right now, we have got 9 players homegrown at club, but on top of that, look at that. That's pleasing, isn't it? We've got 12 players who we signed before they turn 19, who will all get homegrown at club. In fact, next summer, all the players highlighted here are going to be homegrown at club, which is basically the kind of the first wave of new signings we made when we kind of were actually able to sign players properly. Okay, this is a bit of a B team game. This is one of those games where we're playing the B team, we're playing the kids because we've got Mainz in 3 days. So Kev is basically Peterborough of the FM content world. I feel like Peterborough are more relevant than Kev is, you know, if we're being honest. I'd consider him more like a Crawley town. When all those players get homegrown at club, that will open up opportunities to sign players. Because the league registration rules are you have to have a squad of... well, you have a maximum squad size of 25. You have to have at least 8 homegrown at club players registered in that 25. But you can actually have unlimited homegrown players not registered as well. So as soon as you exceed 8 homegrown at club players, any over that 8 limit don't count towards the rest of the squad. Like, the way the squad system actually works in Iceland, the best way of thinking about it is basically you're allowed to have 17 players in your squad who aren't homegrown at club. And you can have unlimited homegrown at club players. Yeah, I did a Peterborough save before Kev did one. Like, he just copies me. He just copies me. Yeah, I do need to remember that, actually, Marky Mark. So Almeida, who was complaining about lack of first-team football, he's got that contract, chat, where after he plays 30 league games, he goes on to £2,500, which does kind of ruin the wage structure a little bit. Now, my theory is that by the time he's played 30 league games, because there's only 22 league games in a season in Iceland, by the time he's played that 30 games, it'll be like 2 years in the future and it'll be fine. But we have been managing his minutes so that he doesn't trigger that clause too soon. Although he keeps scoring like that, so it's a bit annoying, really. I know you're trash talking Kev because you're friends, but as someone who has no idea who Kev really is, you sound like a bit of a knob. I'm not trying. I'm not. I just want to be not trash talking him, just spitting facts. I'm a spitter of the facts. I reckon top 30 maybe, probably 28th, 29th. He scrapes into the first round draft. Oh, okay. 1-0. Life's good. Almeida's happy, I'm happy. Happy Almeida, happy club. I think it's happy wife, happy life. What rhymes with Almeida? Nothing. Did Moomin get the assist there? I feel like I'm a bit of a Moomin hater. It's a bit like DeMarco, actually, in the Atalanta save game. For some reason, I've just decided I dislike Moomin, my own player, and I kind of want to see him do badly. So when he does well, I don't want to give him any credit. Oh, Buasson, you are a donkey. You know what? I might have to send him back to primary school. Might have to send him back to primary school because he's not done great there, Buasson, the little child. Is that Billy I can never say his name. Is it Coutinho? He's French centre-back, right? I feel like he's never good in Football Manager. It's Coumetio. You wrote his name wrong in chat. He moved from Liverpool on a free to play in the Icelandic second division. You know what? I'm not going to judge his career choices. Tell you what, chat. Went to the hygienist today. Love the dentist, me. I was thinking, right, like, has anyone been to the hygienist? I feel like younger people watching probably haven't been to the hygienist. I feel like the hygienist is probably a mega satisfying job. Like, all you do all day is sit there, like, picking stuff out of people's teeth. Like, you know, if you eat some, like, sweet corn, like corn on the cob, and it gets stuck in your teeth, and you get a toothpick and you're getting it out for a little bit. You know that satisfaction when you get it out? Or, like, some apple skin, or, you know, a piece of popcorn that's stuck between your teeth. We've all been there, right? You get something stuck in your teeth. They basically get to do that for a living. Like, they just sit there picking shit. Like, it's probably pretty satisfying as well, I feel like, when you get a big bit out. I don't know. I feel like if I wasn't a YouTuber, maybe I'd go train and be a hygienist. I mean, I assume you probably have to be quite good at biology and, like, you know stuff about teeth. But I'd be really good at the picking stuff out bit, I feel like. And also, the hygienists wear a big screen mask anyway, so you're not really going to smell people's bad mouths anyway. How long do you need to play in order to have a kid in the game? I believe your manager just has to be 35. However, you can't save the day before intake day anymore and just keep hitting continue to get a son. All that stuff is decided when you get the preview. Yeah, I guess some people's mouths are probably, like, particularly bad. I still feel like it'd be mega satisfying, though. Like, I imagine jobs like being a window cleaner are quite satisfying. You know, like, anything that involves just, like, cleaning stuff or, like, just scraping away at something, I feel like is probably just satisfying. Maybe I'm going crazy. Do we have any hygienists watching? Maybe family members who are hygienists? I want to ask them all about their career, because I just feel like it's probably quite fun. Moomin scored. Don't celebrate it. Don't celebrate it. Exactly. Has anyone seen the Power Wash Simulator game? It's on Game Pass. I've not played it yet. I have actually downloaded it. Power Wash Simulator. Maybe I should play that and see if it's for me. Power Wash. Have people seen Power Wash? Do I actually have it? I might just play a bit now, chat, because we're dominating in the league. You know. Why stream the game that people are here for? Power Wash Simulator. Do I have it? Why do I not like Moomin? He's horrifically overpaid and injury prone. And he didn't do anything for like 6 months. Do I have Power Wash Simulator? Chat, it's installed. I'm playing it. You know what? I know how we can do this. Add window capture. This is more important, I feel like. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm just gonna do some power washing while the game's playing. You guys don't mind, do you? I'm just gonna do. I've never played this game before, but I feel like it's gonna help me. Yes. I mean, look, the game's still playing in the background. We're still making progress towards the next Mainz game. Maybe this is the future of streaming, gaming within gaming. There's lots of. Come on, get through all the logos at the start. I realise. Is it just stuck on powered by Unity for you guys? It's not showing the actual window. What if I do that? Oh, there we go. Oh, terms and conditions. Yeah, read that. Read that. Read that. Jammy D, 28. Thank you very much. Oh, career mode. Get me in there. Clear the van. Start the job. I feel like this. Sorry, Football Manager. You're too big in this window. There we. That's. You can see the score, so it's fine, right? Ah. Oh. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Sound. Can I turn the sound down, please? How do I get to the settings? It's a master. Just. Oh. We've scored, by the way. Oh, this is. I feel like a high. Oh, oh, when you clean something, it goes ding. Oh, that's a. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, get rid of that dirt, you dirty bugger. Oh, get that clean. It says Sophia. It's the CSKA Sophia team bus that we're cleaning. Oh, if you right click, you get a different kind of black. Oh, God. Oh, that. Look, oh, we can prone. We can oh. Rotate nozzle. Oh my God, this is good. Sorry, Football Manager's gonna have to wait. Oh. Oh, it dinged. It dinged. Is anyone else just getting secondhand satisfaction here? Oh, look at that. This is literally what I was just talking about. This is why I want to be a hygienist. Oh, let's get this clean, you dirty bugger. Get the window clean. Be the window cleaner, Jack. Oh, look at that, folks. We have got a big game against Mainz coming up, but I'm sure you guys can let me just clean it. Oh. Look how clean that is now. Am I doing this incorrectly, chat? Should I be doing it like more uniformly? I'll go quicker. Speed run, speed run, speed run, speed run. Back windows. Is this an optimal strategy? Speed run, speed run. Oh, prone, prone. Wiggle the mouse, wiggle the mouse. Anyone else get motion sick? This is, by the way, is on Game Pass, but Power Wash Simulator. So if you have Game Pass, you could be doing this right now. I feel like I could definitely play this game whilst watching or like listening to a podcast, you know, like where you just want to be doing something meaningless in the background, you know, like CS:GO surfing or something. How much do I have to clean? 53% clean. Do I have to get on the roof? Oh my parkour! Oh, is anyone else having a great time here? I know we're here for Football Manager, but I feel like at this point there's a removal van outside my nightmare neighbour's place. They're finally going. Whoever moves is going to need a quality pressure washer. Thank you, Harper. I'll be there. Me and my pressure washer. They call me Pressure Washer Man. I'm the greatest superhero on Twitch. I mean, does it matter that there's bits that I've missed? Probably not, right? The game's going to be generous. It's level 1. Chat, we do have to finish cleaning this before we can continue. C for aim. Oh my. That's game changing. Someone else has played. I'm just going to aim mode. It's like I'm playing with a Wii controller. Oh, bloody. Imagine this is an e-sport where people battle to clean a van as quickly as possible. 84% is clean, chat. We're nearly there. Tab highlights the dirt like you're Batman. Oh my god, chat. Some of you are proper gamers. Look at, I'm like Batman. I can just press tab and I've got dirt vision. It's more Superman, isn't it, who has like good sight. Oh, the door dinged. Oh, get rid of that. Come on, we've got to clean our van. We've got to look good for the people whose stuff we get. 90%. I promise we will be back on Football Manager soon, but this is very important. 2 to change nozzle. Oh my god. I'm reaching unadulterated levels of satisfaction. Is anyone else enjoying this? I just feel calm right now. Does this nozzle, like, because it's a more spread out, does that mean it's less good for getting rid of really dirty, grimy bits? What bits am I missing? Like, I'll get that. Oh, it dinged. It dinged. But I feel like I've done a pretty good job here. Oh, the windows aren't good, right? Change the nozzle. What was the nozzle? 2. 15. Oh, it dinged. It dinged. Door handle. Oh, come on, ding for me. What bits am I missing? We're at 95% chat. We're back on Football Manager soon. I'll just like go... I'm definitely not doing this optimally. You know, I could focus on one bit at a time. Oh, you really have to be careful on these bits where it's got particularly dirty on the window. I didn't realise that. Get me up on the car. Jump. Is there a sprint button? Oh my god, you can sprint. Bunny hop. Why is there a gnome? Die, gnome. Probably shouldn't be spraying near the electrical cables. Right, let me... chat. Football Manager will resume shortly. 96%. Oh, can I just get a bit closer to the crouch. Oh. Is anyone else just feeling particularly satisfied by this? Oh, it dinged. What am I missing? Oh, the windows on the car. Get those clean. Didn't even realise they were dirty. You know, when I'm running my new power wash business, I'm going to need to have it all very, very clean, I feel like. Why is it not coming off when I spray it? Oh, it dinged. What bit? I feel like I must be missing a bit. We're still at 97%. What bit am I missing? Is it just the wheels? Oh, bloody hell. Look at it. How have I missed this? I'm an out. Oh, bloody hell. I jumped very high there. I'm an amateur. Mouse wheel. Oh, you can mouse wheel between all the nozzles. Give me the slightly bigger nozzle. Oh, it dinged. Dinged for me. Let's go back into aim mode. I don't know if I like aim mode. Look how much it's shining. Chat, we're nearly done. 98%. Is this the greatest game? I realise we can make the game way bigger. Really, you know, in the Football Manager right now, not a lot's happening with that. So, in terms of prioritising game windows, I'm probably doing it wrong. Oh, get rid of that. Is this fun to watch? I feel like I should just stream myself playing this. I'm going to be quitting Football Manager after this year, chat, and moving on to Power Wash Simulator as my game of choice. Get that clean. 99%! Where's the last bits of dirt? Tell you what, the standard of cleaning is very high that's required in this game. Have I done it? I've not done it still. What bits are dirty? I'm pressing the dirt button. Oh, get that clean. Where am I? I'm missing a bit somewhere. I'm mashing tab. Look how shiny the car is now. Oh, it's in the bumper. Right, get the... Oh, we've really got to get in... Oh, bloody hell, that's... Is this satisfying anyone else? Or is it just me who's enjoying this immensely? Have I done it? Oh, is there still more to do? It dinged. There's a tiny bit at the bottom there. Get rid of that. I'm mashing the show dirt button. Can anyone see any? I can't see any more dirt. Am I blind? Is it on the roof? Chat, there is a piece of dirt somewhere and I cannot see it. Am I blind? Is the game trolling me? Oh, there's a to-do list bumper. Is it this bump? That bumper's clean, right? I didn't even realise there was a to-do list. I can't even see the dirt. Can anyone see the... Which bumper's got the dirt? Is there a third bumper I don't know about? Chat, I'm mashing the show dirt button and it's not showing any dirt. Am I blind? Can I go pro... Oh, do I have to... Oh my god. Tell you what, they've almost got me there, but there's a pixel of it. Look at that. You can see it when I press the highlight. Can you see that? Can we change... I feel like a broader nozzle is needed. Tell you what, I get gamed on, kids. Get gamed on. I've done an achievement. I've got my 10 gamer score for that, right? Oh, we can watch us. Oh, look at me go. Okay, look. We can see how I learned to play the game. Oh, look how good I was at cleaning it. Well played, me. Great. I'm a gamer. Right, Football Manager again. Thank you, Power Wash Simulator. Thank you, Xbox Game Pass. Not sponsoring the streams or anything, but a great product. Didn't make any subs there. Probably should have made some subs. Did anyone else enjoy that? Or was that just me who got some weird sick satisfaction? Just going back to my original point, I think a hygienist would be a very fun job. For that reason. I mean, that has tickled, like, just something within me. Alright, 3 days and we take on Mainz. We're winning after the first leg, by the way. You should do it so you can redeem a play of Car Wash Simulator for 200k. I'll have you know that is Power Wash Simulator. Some of the levels get quite big, is my understanding. That was bloody fun. I've enjoyed myself there. Hey, unbeaten Fuel near set a new record. 24 games unbeaten in all comps. And we set a record high points total in the league for ourselves. So we've won the league with less points than we have now. The only team that could catch us is Bleederbrick. They are 10 points behind us, but they've only got 15 points left they could get. So we're in a good spot. It looked like it was sexual for you, Jack. I'll tell you what, I did apply some satisfaction that, you know, definitely tickled something in me. I wouldn't say sexual, but, you know, definitely a bit like ASMR. Just, you know, I had goosebumps, I think, throughout. I was just enjoying it, you know. It was a real experience. I hope the players like me cleaning my van. They're looking over at the touchline thinking, is the gaffer going to make any subs? And I'm sat there with my power washer, cleaning the dugout. How did Valor do in their first leg? Good question. Can everyone stop bidding on Bungard, please? How did Valor do? Let's have a peek, shall we? First leg, they won 2-1. Come on, Valor. Make it to the group stage with us. I say that, we probably won't make it. The further levels, you clean whole parks and gardens. Oh, my word. Chat, now we're talking. Maybe before I play any games every stream, we'll just power wash a different level. Okay, second leg. No pressure. But I'd like us to do quite well. Oh, yeah, what did happen? Which team was it? It was in the second. It was KR, right? They lost against Hajduk Split in the Conference League second qualifying round. They got relegated but won the cup. So from the second division of Iceland, they were playing European football. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit of luck, I think, to win this game. Just as a reminder, we're taking on Mainz. We won the first leg 2-1 somehow. We need a miracle to win the second. But I want to believe it could happen. Look, inspired and motivated. What a leader I am. I mean, their team's quite good. They've got Mustafa. I mean, he's good, isn't he? Let's just compare him to Jose Antonio, just so we can see what we're up against. My really good striker isn't actually very good, is he, when you do this comparison? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fan. Did we have any away fans, actually? Someone said, look at the away fans. Were you being sarcastic, or did we actually have away fans? I kind of just want to go and play Power Wash Simulator. Okay. Oh, look at them. There they are on the near side. All right. We've lasted 10 minutes. We're still winning. If we win this, we're into the group stage of the Conference League. It'd be rather huge. But it is going to be a tough ask. You know what? I've just paused the game. I'm going to do the thing we did with the wing-backs before, where we just put them on defend. I think that is sensible for this game. That worked quite well, didn't it? Also, we changed something, didn't we? Let's just change something. We said play the ball through the middle, didn't we? I'm going to tell us to play a bit narrower. Let's just try and crowd out the middle. I think that's our best bet. But it is still going to be difficult. Burkhart, he's good, isn't he? I mean, they're all good. They're all better than our players. Away! Win that. He's never winning that. To be fair, he did win a header in the first leg. I did put play through the middle on. Someone's saying, what about play through middle? I literally tick that button. Is this pitch square? Not quite. But it is a very weird pitch. Oh, they're through. Way! Come on. If we get a goal, we're on the pitch. That is not a good pass. What are we doing? Tarek, you're quick. He's not quick enough. Burkhart. Matthias, you beautiful man. He made some big saves last time. We've done nothing. I don't want to alarm anyone, but we've played 27 minutes. We've not had a shot yet. Now, part of me's like, maybe we should change it. And part of me is also like, I'm going to go back to playing wider. Part of me is also like, we are playing Mainz away. Like, we are just going to get battered here. It is men against boys here. If we win this, it is a bit of a miracle. Oh, he's through again. Matthias, can you save another? Oh, my God, he actually can. Oh, my God, the rebound. What a block, boys. Come on! Barriero for them. Back post. Nakim gets away. Can we really hold on for another hour? It feels unlikely to me. But all it takes is one chance for us to go up the other end and score. They had 9 shots on target. Our keeper's on a 7.5. Peanuts. Jose Antonio. Planner. This is what we need. Hawkeland. Just square it. He has squared it. It's in the back of the net, folks. It's in the back of the net. We don't go defensive here. We don't go cautious. We don't time waste. Not yet. Come on. I'll be honest. It's very fortunate the defender has tackled that to our man. But let's not complain. Hawkeland gets tackled and the ball just runs to Almeida. Come on. Come on! Wait. The game is... Oh, we've had one shot and it went in. Oh, we've still got so long to go. I don't know how that's happened. They're probably going to score right away. It's over. Calm. Calm. Everyone calm. Bloody hell. They're having so many chances. Matthias, what was that? What a block. What a block again. Come on, lads. We play our own game. We play our own game. We just get loads of men behind the ball and we just have to score one. Oh, my word. We're not slowing the... We're not changing anything, chat. What a half. What a half. Look at that XG. That is what we want to see. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. You might be winning, but it could all change. Don't let your performance levels drop. Come on! Jose Antonio's on a 6.6. Do not love that. They've got a few bookings. They've got a few. We've got a booking as well. Peanuts. I might take Peanuts off. They've got a corner. Oh, not set pieces. Who just fouled him? Hawkerland, you wazzock! Matthias, you're on a 7.6. It's very unlikely you stop this. But I want to believe. He can't stop it. He can't stop it. Len the Welsh Len. Thank you for the sub. You've not subbed at a good time there, unfortunately. It's free too. There's still a goal up. I mean, look, they could only score because we gave them a penalty. It was charitable by us, right? We're going to bring in Frosty. I'm going to start time wasting a little bit. It is a tricky situation, this, isn't it, really? Because they are just better than us. Right, Jose Antonio, I gave you a chance in this half and you've not done it. We're bringing on the lemon. I'm also taking off Hawkerland because he gave away a penalty. We're bringing in Gianni. 30 minutes to try and hold on. Frosty, on off the bench. Tarek, Gianni, the subs linking up. Aranda. Just don't give it away there. Good Ed. Oh, that's bad. Bungard, you got to do some defending. Stop him. Stop him. Matthias. Matthias. He's on a 7.7. He's having the game of his life. Encourage the boys. Come on. Lift them. Right. I think now we can up the time wasting. Chat, there's 15 minutes. We're not holding on, are we? There's no way. There's going to be another highlight. We're going to need to do a bit more defending. I don't like this. If he kicks it straight to an attacker and they shoot, I'm going to cry. Don't shoot. Okay. It's still not good, though. Aaron. Saved. How's he gone in? How's that gone in, Matthias? You've been so good. And then that. That's how we concede. I'm so upset. It goes to extra time if it's 3-3. Oh, Matthias spills it. And then, oh, Frosty. I mean, Matthias should have held on to that. It's 3-3. Oh, this is bad. Arnstad, surely not. We were lucky to get one goal. Oh, that's not the ball, is it? That's not the ball. Mate, do I take off? Oh, what's the bad pass by Nakim? What are we doing? Get rid of time wasting. Get rid of it. You know what? You know what? None of this playing around the back nonsense. Distribute quickly over opposition. Just lump it. Just lump it. Are we going to extra time? I feel like Mainz probably deserve it over the two legs, I'll be honest. Our players are quite tired. It's been heroic, but we need more heroics. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Don't foul. Great block. Keep the pressure up. Ah! It's wide. We're fine. Alimma man. Right, don't bottle it. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Djibovi, thank you for the 19 months. It's extra time. What a battle. What a battle by the players. Round of applause for our Lions. We've done amazing here. This is already a very good performance. Just as a reminder, one of their strikers is on 3 times more than our entire team combined. The fact that we've managed to keep it this close, far from pleased, though. I've got faith in you. I've got faith in you. Now, I could try something potentially stupid here. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I was about to say we could counter press. We're not going to do that. Let's just play it short. With the way that they're playing, our fullback should get a bit of time and space to have the ball. I'm going to put them on to support. Oh, we're in such a rough spot here. I've got a sub if I want it. I'm tempted to bring in Moomin. Am I losing my mind? Maybe. I'm going to move Gianni to play as a defensive mid. Bungard has played well, but he's just very, very tired. I think Gianni could be the man just to bring in. I mean, this is our man we're bringing in to be the defensive steel in the midfield. This is where we're at as a club. And then we'll play Planner. I think as a Mez, actually. I mean, look. The fact that it's finished 3-3 over 180 minutes is pretty good. Anything beyond this is a bonus. If we could get it to pens, it's a miracle. I mean, nothing's happening. That's fine. That's okay. We've just had 15 minutes where nothing's happened. It could be going to penalties. We don't deserve it, I'll be honest. But we've done well. Right. We're on the defence here, and a highlight's about to begin. I'm going to do a shout in an attempt to change the highlight. It didn't work. It didn't work. No, don't score it. A rebound from a free kick. A rebound from a free kick. People are saying you have more subs. I'm 99.9% sure I don't have more subs. I don't have more subs. Right. I mean, what do? You just have to kind of go as attacking as you can here, right? In possession, hit early crosses. We're never gonna win this from here. It's not gonna happen. But we've tried. Oh, don't give me hope. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Why show me that? It's a monumental effort from the lads, but I think we're going to fall at the final hurdle. But with the league looking assured for this year, future seasons runs should be easier to make it to group stages of different stuff. We're not still on time wasting, are we? No. Okay, that's fine. They have got an XG of 5.14, to be fair to them. What do we do? Moving forward. There's 4 minutes to get a goal. Probably going to concede another now. Probably deserve to concede another. Oh, that's disappointing. Unless, no way. Stop it. We're about to concede. Don't get your hopes up. Where's the defence? It's fine. It's fine. 4-3 is a good performance. Man, that late goal we conceded at the end of the first leg from that corner. That has cost us. Unless. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Don't be so ridiculous. Round of applause for our heroes, please, chat. Matthias is our best performer. We've taken on one of the biggest teams in Germany. We are a small team in Iceland who didn't even win the league. Did Valor make it through? They did after extra time. In the 117th minute, they scored. So Valor have actually helped out the coefficient. Of course, they had an easier run through. Oh, that 81st minute goal. It was a good attempt by the lads. Okay, we do get a little bit of money. We get 641k plus the 85k for playing in that match. So what is that? It's like 740k. I mean, it's a little bit of money. It's not as much as I would love to have, but of course, future seasons, if we can consistently win our league, it's going to be easier. And from the looks of it, we should win the league this year. We've done okay. I don't want to ask the board for anything. We can't afford... Whilst it looks like we could afford a load of improvements, the reality is that in the last... What? In the last 12 months, we have lost £1.5 million. And our bank balance is only at 1.8 million. Now, last season, when we got to the Europa League group stage, we got 3.5 million. We've got like a third, well, not even a third of it this year, like a fifth of it this year. So there isn't money to reinvest like there was last year. The projections in Football Manager aren't really worth looking at, chat, because they don't take into account like potential prize money on competitions you're not in yet. Oh yeah, we have to pay out the prediction. I have to pay it out for the choose outcome. Will we beat Mainz over 2 legs? 67% of you were right. I hope you're happy. Hope you enjoy the channel points. I want to postpone that game. I don't want to be playing with the youth team. If I didn't have Matthias out, I probably wouldn't postpone it, but because I don't really want to use Pettersson in goal, and it's against Valor, who I just want to beat anyway, I'm going to postpone it. Oh, chat, how should I feel about that? Like, on the whole, it was a pretty good run this year. And this year, like, so last year when we went on our European run, you can see how much our form in the league dropped. Like, we just couldn't compete in it all at once. Whereas I compare that to this year, it's a way better sight. I think we're going to be way more prepared for next season. Jack, what are your thoughts on the new Pokemon trailer? I haven't watched it that closely. Is that bad? Like, I kind of just wish they do Mega Evolution again. Like, the new gimmick, I'm not that keen on. I didn't really like Dynamaxing. But I thought it was okay. I feel like with Pokemon traders, they never really sell the game to me. Like, I'll get excited about the new Pokemon. But, yeah, I don't know. It was alright. I should do some power washing. Maybe power washing would cheer me up. I feel like we're getting there though, right? Like, I feel like the progression is still there. Like, there's going to come a point where we do worse than the previous year and it feels like it was a year where we should have done better. I feel like last year we overperformed so much. Like, we were never quite going to match what we achieved last year. Who's this guy? Oh, I remember looking at him before. I mean, ultimately, we're getting our under-19s full of some really, really talented young players as well. Did I play Legends Arceus? I've not finished. I started playing at Brilliant Diamond, and I didn't finish it. And I bought Legends Arceus, but I was like, I'm not going to touch that until I finish Brilliant Diamond. And I just never got around to finishing it. But I'm away this weekend, and I've got to do a bit of travelling, so I'm probably going to take my Switch with me, and I might actually be able to start Legends Arceus. I think that's another reason why I'm not that excited about the new games, is just because I didn't even get a chance to play the most recent ones. Tell you what, chat, I'm glad we had the power washing midway through. I think that really helped me mentally reset for the second leg. You know, Football Manager was a true managerial simulator. Like, managers have stuff they do during the week to really, you know, help them clear their heads and really role play as managers. And for me, power washing would be my thing, I think, of as a professional manager. Like, Harry Redknapp definitely sits with his power washer at home to cheer himself up. All right, Grindovic. I think if we win this, we can win the league, theoretically. Oh, look how tired our players are after that last game, by the way. I'm going to have to rest up players who played a lot of the game. Is that team fine? It'll win. It should do the job. Moomin starts, and the Moomin fan club are excited. Did I get money for that? What, for that European run poorly drawn Arsenal? We got like 700k this year for competing in the Conference League. I think next year, because next year, if we win the league here, we'll be in the Champions League first qualifying round. There is way more prize money starting that high up, because basically all the champions of all the different leagues get put into like the qualifiers, right? And if you get knocked out, say the Champions League where we start, you go into the Europa League, and then if you get knocked out that, you go down into the Conference League. Whereas this year just gone, we started in the Conference League, so there was no room for like any kind of forgiveness. We couldn't slip up at any point. How hyped are you for F1 Manager? But they could have chosen a better release date. I don't want to wait till after the GP. I think the F1 Manager release date makes sense, to be honest. Obviously, they're never going to release it around the time of the main F1 game. And I think a couple of months after, it gives you a chance to play the F1, EA's F1, and then play F1 Manager. I think if they released it sooner as well, none of the car performances would actually line up with real life. First time we won the black kits. We have won them occasionally, but it doesn't happen very often. It's a nice kit, isn't it? It is a nice kit. I need to go get a tissue, chat, for my runny nose. I don't know if this is a COVID thing. Obviously, I had COVID like 2 weeks ago, and I've been on the road to recovery now. I've tested negative for a week and a half. Like, I'm fine. But I still keep just getting a randomly runny nose like 2 weeks later. It's weird. It could just be seasonal as well. Like, there's lots of pollen in the air, to be fair. Anyway, I'm going to go get a tissue. Babysit my team for me, chat. That was a mad touch by Jose Antonio. If he'd finished that, that'd have been good. Right, we're back. The question is, will they get code and option to announce drivers without their knowledge? I mean, they should if they want to be realistic. Oh, Moomin scored. I'm starting to like Moomin, and I dislike it. I dislike the fact that I'm starting to like Moomin. Jack, what's your favourite food? Pizza? Now, what is my favourite food? Do you know what my favourite food actually is, chat? This might be a weird one, or maybe people agree. I absolutely adore pineapple. Like, I feel like if I was going to eat something for the rest of my life, it'd probably be pineapple. I have a sweet tooth anyway, and I like my yogurts, but I like fruits a lot. But just for me, pineapple. Not on pizza. But just like, I could just eat pots. Like, if I'm getting a meal deal, right, and there is a pot of pineapple as an option, I'm always going to get the pineapple. Obviously, the only downside with pineapple is it's just a bit awkward to cut up and prepare, right? Like, it's not like a banana or something where you can just grab it instantly. Wait, chat. Has Goodmanson been playing up... What happened there? It moved some players around very quickly. Let's bring in Johannesson. And also, Breke needs to play. What league am I imagining this save right now? We are in the Icelandic Premier Division. How good are you at cutting pineapples? Not really. There's some devices, aren't there? I feel like I've seen a device, like in like a German supermarket or something, where like you put a pineapple in and then like pull a mold down on it and it like cuts away the outside automatically. Although I feel like it wastes a lot of the pineapple. Hey, Phil. How you doing, mate? I'm glad you're enjoying the save. Too much pineapple in your mouth and teeth. The acid level is so high. It's a risk I'm willing to take. I'll take that gamble. What season is this? Season 4. Unfortunately, you have just missed us play Mainz in the final round of the Europa qualifying rounds, and we did lose after extra time. Which was a bit sad, but we pushed them pretty hard. We were probably fortunate to be as in it as we were. but it wasn't like a game where I'm annoyed that we didn't play well. I mean, chat, if you had to eat a food for the rest of your life, what food are you eating? Yogurts? Fruit? Carrots? Pasta's a good shout. I'm a big fan of pesto pasta. That's like my go-to lazy meal to make. Noodles? I'm a big fan of noodles. A big Whopper with cheese. Just gonna have burgers for the rest of your life. I feel like stuff like burgers I just get bored of kind of easily if I have them too much. Cauliflower cheese. Oh, good shout. Duck spring rolls. I love vegetable spring rolls. Is that one of our named regens that got sent off? That is one of the named regens from one of you guys. I can't remember whose it is, so apologies. But they've been sent off. They've thrown. Fram could only draw 0-0. Have we won the league there? Not yet. Oh, have we? Have we won the league? Not yet. I think we need one more win and we win the league. Although we could win it without playing a game. Which would be a little bit underwhelming, wouldn't it? As boring as it sounds, probably chicken. See, chicken is probably my favourite meat. Behind reindeer. I mean, reindeer is my favourite meat. Sorry, Rudolph. And then probably goes chicken. Hey, Alex, mate, thank you for the 26 months. 26 is a big number. We did a big number together. We did indeed. Thank you, mate. Deer's really good. Jack, did you live in Finland? I was there for very extended periods of time. How would I describe deer? It's... I was about to say it's a bit like ostrich, but I realise not many people are going to have had ostrich and deer. Ostrich burgers are good too. But yeah, it's not really like ostrich. I just wanted to mention ostriches. I used to live down the road from an ostrich farm. I think we've had this story told on stream before. It's not dissimilar to beef. Someone said it's like horse. I've never had horse. So I can't even compare it to that, but it's good. I've ever had alligator. I haven't. Aranda's out for 3 to 4 weeks. You know what? If there's a time to do it, at the end of the season's not so bad. I've had raw horse meat in Japan. That is mental. Peanuts keeps getting injured, chat. Like, we knew he was injury prone, but it is getting a little bit concerning now, isn't it? Since May, he's had kind of 3-month-long injuries. Like, he's starting to slip down the pecking order behind Frosty because of these injuries. Which is a shame, but, like, I mean, Frosty's still a pretty good alternative. I feel sad for poor Peanuts. Also, Moomin is training well. Has Moomin actually improved over the course of the year? Yeah, actually, it has. It's actually nice to see us actually being able to develop players now they train full-time. Hey, CJ Ellis, how's it going? When we looked pretty crazy at the front where you were, yeah, mate, it was mad. Yeah, I didn't really talk about it yesterday, like the Women's Euros finals. So I bought tickets for it back in October last year. I was like, I want to go to the finals. I don't care if England make it or not. It'd be really good. If England make it, great. But I wasn't really expecting it. But I got Category 1 tickets. The tickets, I mean, I don't mind saying, they were only £50 each, which is like pretty comparable to a Premier League game at most grounds. And that was for seats that were 8 rows from the front at about the edge of the 18-yard kind of box. If you drew a line from the edge of the box to like the ground, we were sat there 8 rows up. We were actually quite close to all the friends and family. So during all the celebrations afterwards, we were probably within, 20 meters of the players. It was pretty sick. But yeah, I mean, it was the atmosphere was mad. Like, I've been at Wembley for a lot of games before. It's really interesting, actually. Like, having been to the Norway game and then the German game, like, it's such a different atmosphere to other matches I've been to. Like, when it comes to kind of men's games, especially. Like, there was no booing during any of the national anthems. Like, the crowds were a lot more mixed, which was kind of cool. Like, fans of, like, Germany were quite comfortable, like, wearing Germany stuff and being sat next to English fans, which I don't think you'd see in men's matches to the same degree, having been to a lot of international games of England's. It was really cool. And Holly did crush a child. Yeah, true. Yeah, Hannison, who came for our intake last year, keeps improving a lot. Has anyone else noticed it? Look at this development. The man has just developed the decision-making of Gandhi. I don't actually know if Gandhi had good decision-making. Don't question it. I mean, his determination's gone up by 2. His dribbling's gone up by 2. His physicals have shot up as well. That is that's actually over 2 years. Has he really been here 2 years? Even so, still really some solid development. Optimistic for the future. Are the third team newly promoted? They are. Oh, wait, no, they got promoted last year. The year before last. Last year they finished 6th, but they've established themselves really well, to be fair. If they get 3rd, that would be a massive achievement for them. Fram are up in 5th as well. And they were obviously promoted with us. And actually, IBV, who were promoted 2 years ago, they're now up in 6th. So a lot of the newly promoted teams are doing really well in Iceland, which is interesting. Do they have an 18-year-old key player? He's good, isn't he? He's actually quite good. I mean, is he... Here's the thing, he's good. If we actually signed him, he just wouldn't get anywhere near our first team. Just with where we're at. Like, if we just compare him with Jose Antonio in blue. I mean, he's a good player, to be fair. Probably should be having him on my radar. I wonder if I could sign him, but then loan him back to them. He's got a contract to the end next year. We'll get a scout report, right? Oh, he's a winger. Good spot. For some reason, I looked at his polygon and thought striker. But to be fair, his attributes actually are probably better suited to an advanced forward than they are a winger. Like, if you look at him as a winger... Am I mad for saying that? Am I losing my mind? I just feel like he's got okay mentals in the areas to play as an advanced forward. Like, 9s and 8s here for a player who's 17 are pretty good. I love the fact he's 17 and he's their key player, but their hot prospect is someone who's 20. Have any of the other teams in Iceland got regen key players, or is he the only one? Who's this guy? See, he's pretty good as well. In fact, he's really good. Another winger, though. Except he can play right. Who trained this bloke to play left back? He's right-only footedness. Someone trained him to play left back. That should be a crime against football. Who did that? Who did that? That should be illegal. I'm not happy. Oh, this guy from Odd is in the Icelandic under-21s. He's good. He's a winger, though. Why are there all these wingers? We don't play with wingers. Should we see how much they want? That ain't happening, is it? That's not happening. Wait, Frosty's made it into the main national team. What? You know what? While we're here, just scout all these blokes. And all of these. Why not? Just get scout reports on all of the youngsters. Half of them are our own players, I realise. But let me know about them. I've not upgraded our facilities much. We did upgrade our youth recruitment and junior coaching. But because our finances aren't in that good of a spot, really, like we lost a lot of money over the last 12 months. And we didn't make as much money this year as last year because we didn't make it to the group stage of the Europa League. So I don't really want to invest money into the facilities just yet. Hey, Frosty got his first international cap. Round of applause, please, everyone. We've got an optional contract extension. His clause for 2 years. You know what? Let's trigger that. Let's make his contract as long as possible. Why is Oscarson unhappy? What are you? You've got no potential whatsoever. Just leave. Not wasting my time talking to you. I'll pay you £35 to f*** off. Don't need to talk to him. Decline that. He's left. He's not here anymore. See ya. Fjolnir set for a record haul. If we win this next game, we tie the most points in Icelandic Premier League history. And in doing so, we'd be beating Valor, who are down in 9th actually at the moment, and who won the league last year. They've really struggled this year. They probably won't go down because of their games in hand, but they're not in a good spot. All right, Frosty's contract's been extended, so he's now got a contract until 2028. That's a 4-year deal. That's good, isn't it? We love that. More Australian teams want to loan Andrew Jones. I mean, he's very good. He's developing as well. I probably should be keeping more of an eye on the under-19B's training. Just to see who, like, develops consistently over time. Also, do people realise that you can praise the training of your youth teams? I feel like this is something that's mega hidden away in the game. Like, it'd be very easy to know this isn't here. I feel like when you know it's here, it's obvious, but it's like one of those things you can just take for granted. Like, if you go to your youth team in the bottom and then just go to training and then click on training performances, it gives you what you get for the senior team, but for your youth team. I feel like this is unnecessarily hidden away. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just underestimating you guys, chat. I do need to update the Frosty picture, but at this point, is the picture just part of his identity? Also, in praising these players now, it allows me to build up good relationships with them so that it becomes easy to like talk them down from morale issues once they're hopefully senior first team players. Stoyan Shiva, he's really good, isn't he? He's really good. He's really, really good. He's got an optional contract extension of 3 years too. He should probably be near the first team, but because he's homegrown at club, I don't worry about it. To be fair, we got a lot of very good regen attackers. Hey, crew, how's it going, mate? Oh, how are we doing, folks? You join us here in Iceland. Unfortunately, you've just missed us have a heroic performance that ended in defeat in the Conference League qualifying rounds. We got knocked out by Mainz over 2 legs. It went to extra time, and I'll be honest, we didn't deserve to get anything from the game. I'll hold man to say it, but what I will say is Bert Cott, who was one of their best performers, he's on £78,000 a week. Our current wage budget is £26,000 a week. So the fact that it went to extra time, I think, is a miracle in itself. And you could be about to witness us winning the league against Valor. Valor won the league last year over us by a single goal on goal difference, and I didn't take it very well. I'll admit it. I swore revenge, and we could be about to get our revenge for the year. Also, I'm going to manage Almeida's minutes, chat. He's only played 9 games so far this year in the league. Obviously, we're rotating him because when he plays 30 games, we have to give him a wage rise. So let's not give him any league games. Right, let's win the league. Let's do it. And then we can start planning for next season and Champions League football next year. That's exciting. That's what we want to see. Right, Breke, Planner. I love Peder Breke. I want to win him over. He's not very happy at the moment. He wants out, and I'm trying to convince him to stay. We're going to be in the Champo. Do I have to call it the Champo still? Just to clarify this, I don't like calling the Champions League the Champo. But someone once upon a time in my YouTube comment section referred to the Champions League as the Champo. And it's just stuck with me. Like, it keeps me up at night thinking about the fact there are people who call it the Champo, unironically. And now the chat just refers to it as the Champo at all opportunities. And I'll be honest, it really bothers me. I'm trying to just embrace it, but it is a daily struggle. Oh, Jose Antonio makes it 1-0. Jose Antonio's done very well this year, hasn't he? Our two Spanish forwards, Aranda and Jose Antonio, I feel like I've hit the ground running. Like, their league campaign has been pretty straightforward this year. Bring on the Champo. No. Champo is way better than Tommy K. No, Tommy K for ketchup is an acceptable thing. Tomato ketchup being called Tommy K is fine. Like, calling the English Championship the Champo, that's fine. I can accept that. Calling the Champions League the Champo, absolutely not. You have to draw the line somewhere, and that's where I choose to draw the line. Don't try and convince me otherwise. You just don't know. You think you know, you don't know. How's Valor's finances? They are struggling. They're not in a good spot. I'd kind of like and kind of relish them doing badly. I'll be honest. I'd quite like to shake it up, you know? Be like if PSG did really badly. Yeah, just as a bit of context here. Valor, who won the league last year, who we're playing right now, they are kind of the PSG of Iceland. They've consistently got European football in real life, and that's meant that they just have way more money than a lot of the other clubs. But in this universe, they're doing really badly in the league this year. Wait, I've just remembered something. Did they win the cup? I think they won the cup. Wrong cup. Did they win the Icelandic Cup? They won the Icelandic Cup. So even though they're in 9th, they still could have European football next year. Well, we can still prevent them getting Champions League football, I suppose. Also, that tackle, red card him for that. Disgusting. Show him a red. He's actually that was never a red card, was it? That just wasn't a red. I'm not going to complain. Jack, how do you know when to end a save? I'm in 2033 and I feel like there'll never be a stopping point. I stopped playing save games when I'm not enjoying them anymore. I think that's a pretty good time to call it quits. I mean, Valor haven't been very good here, but it's only 1-0. I guess 1-0's fine, isn't it? I just realised as well, Frosty is tired because he's just played for Iceland. We'll bring in Gudmundsson. Also, Olaf, get some minutes. Poor Frosty the Snowman. He's melting into the ground. Planner, you donkey! Can we get Planner a head transparent plant? Because I feel like his heading ability just isn't there. And I think it might be, like, biological. Like, his head's just not a good shape for heading a football. And I feel like a head transplant could solve the issues. How's Carl doing? I actually don't know. I've not even thought about Carl in ages. Where did Carl go? Chat, can anyone remember when did we sell Carl? Where did Carl go? Carl? Carl? He's retired and he's a scout. He moved to the second tier of Iceland. He got 5 goals in 21 as a midfielder, and then he retired. Now he's a bad scout. Sorry, I'm not siding him. I'm not siding him. I need good scouts. There is an argument to say that Moomin is better than Planner, to be honest. saw a couple of people mention the fact maybe Planner needs to be replaced. Honestly, I think Moomin probably just plays ahead of him next year. I mean, that's probably the most likely change. The only thing I don't like about Moomin is, like, his physicals are a bit meh. But to be fair, so are Planners. Hey, Max Page. Unfortunately, we got knocked out the Conference League. We drew Mainz in the final qualifying round. And we got knocked out in extra time against them. It was 2-1 win in the first leg at home. Away from home, we were losing 2-1 after 90, so it went to extra time and we conceded in the second half of it. It was a good little performance. Husby, how's it going, mate? He's trying. Hiya, Jack. Hiya, mate. How are we? Yeah, Planner is good rotation. I mean, Tarek has the hits free kicks with power from range, and I've just seen it there for the first time in ages. That was mad. That is mad. Adam, thank you so much for subbing for the first time ever. Adam, I've got to ask, what does 95273 hold significance? Like, I hope it's not your bank number or something at the end of your username. 5 numbers. What could it mean? The numbers, Mason. I mean, you could have just rubbed your face on your keyboard, I suppose. Moomin should have scored. You're a donkey, Moomin. Cancel the TV series. He doesn't deserve it. Rename Planner Plan B. Ah, that makes sense. Have I seen the whole free kick? I haven't seen the whole free kick. We've done it. It's not quite as dramatic as last year. And I'm hoping this is now going to mark the beginning of us being the dominant force in Iceland, and European football is just going to be the priority. But that is a good performance. 1-0. We'll take that. You played very well today. Bungard hates me. Well done, you played well. I fucking hate you, Gaffer. Leave it. Leave it. I'm sorry. Hey, Adam, thank you very much for the gifted sub to Davy Baby. What a username. Davy Baby 471. Oh, look at the players celebrating. I'm a happy buddy. How many shots did we have there? I feel like for a 1-0, we had 43 shots and won 1-0. That's not great, is it? Budgets have been set. The budgets have been set. I'm not expecting a lot of money. Our wage budget was £26,000, I think. Champions League football. I mean, it's been on the right. The writing's been on the wall for a while, but after last year bottling the title on the final day, I'm not expecting us to have a lot of money, to be honest, because I think a lot of our budgets depend on money from European success, which wasn't as good this year as last year. Hey, and an anonymous gift has just gifted a sub to Champion. Thank you. Is Champion an actual streamer, or is it just someone who found that username early on? Mr. Anonymous, whoever you are, thank you. And also, Millie, how you doing, mate? Thank you for the resub. 25 months. There's only one fuel near. Only one fuel near. There's only one fuel near. What channel? What? I've kind of changed tune halfway through there. Board set the budget. 35k wage budget. C'était magnifique. Oh. I've proven I'm amongst the most successful managers ever to have coached in Iceland. An unusual feat for a foreign-born manager. Thank you. Thank you. First non-Icelandic person ever to appear in the Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank my viewers, my mum, my dad, Editing Jack, YouTube Algorithm Jack, Scouting Jack, all the other Jacks. It's a good performance, but we want to be top. Also, we just got 35k. Border ecstatic with the win. That is 2 wins in 3 years. Tony is continuing to play out on and actually doing really well. Tarek has been mad for us. Has Tarek been the best accidental signing ever? I mean, to be fair, his numbers this year compared to last year aren't as impressive, but he's just been fine. So we've suddenly now got £10,000 free on the wages. That's good, isn't it? That's good. And £263,000. Who do we sign? Why am I scouting people who play? I guess they want me to loan them. I'm not sure I want to be loaning players from Inter Milan. I'll be honest. Contract status expiring in 6 months. Who have you got for me? Up the package. Go on. Go on. Let's just stick a little bit in the scouting package. Should have a little peek early. You know, we could probably go Northern Europe for this bit. Should we have a little look? Should we have a little look? What have we got for me? Anyone? There's not really anyone. I thought there'd be more exciting stuff, I'll be honest. What about doubtful? Anyone who pops up? Renato Augusto is playing for AIK in Sweden. That is a career change and a half. I did forget about Future Jack. When I went through the Jacks there, I did forget about Future Jack, I'll be honest. So financially, great position to be in. Club Vision, this still hasn't been updated yet. Actually, no, it has been updated. I mean, I want to work towards winning the league every year. Best of the rest, absolutely not. Have we got the top goal scorer in the league at the moment? We have. It's Almeida, who's ahead of Hafthorson, who's actually our own former player. Look at those average ratings as well. Life's good. Right, we've got a game in 2 days. But the league's won, so we can kind of just rest up. We don't really have to play our best 11 constantly. 4 games left of the season. We can just vibe, chat. We can just vibe. Jose Antonio has 27 goals so far this year. The existing record is 27. If he scores a goal, he becomes the outright record goal scorer in a season. We're going for it. Are there any of these players that look good? I kind of want to be looking at like players who are 18 and younger so they can get homegrown at club, but I can't imagine there's going to be that many particularly kind of good players at that age range with contracts expiring. Hey, Thomas, dude, thank you so much for the resub for 5 months. You just put a love heart in the chat. I'll send a heart back to you, mate. Thank you. I appreciate you. I feel like of all the kind of Nordic nations, Finland has the least developed like Premier League outside of Sweden, Norway, and co. I do wonder if there's players that we could target in the Swedish Premier League, like if any of these are like regens who are in the Media Dream 11. If they play for HJK, they might be difficult to get. I kind of want him. Jari Luhisto. He's good. He's very, very good. If I spend all my wage budget on him, is that a bad idea? He's got a minimum release fee of 825, so they're probably just going to ask for that. Oh, if only we had a bit more money. Would it be an idiot to go for him? You know, we really lack strikers at the moment. How big is he? Oh, he's big as well, chat. He isn't 2 meters, to be fair. You know what? Valid point. To be fair, transfer window doesn't open until February, so we don't need to worry about stuff right now. We should probably just focus on getting through what's left of the season. Yeah, I do have a lot of strikers, chat. You are correct. Like, if we look at squad depth, right, across the youth teams and stuff, I will confess, I do have... I do have a few strikers. I'll hold my hands up and say it. I have got a few strikers. I mean, look, we've got... Okay, so let's run through them. We've got Rudy Almeida. He's okay. We've got Aranda. He's okay too. We've got Jose Antonio. He's okay too. We've got Bungard will never play there. We've got Brecke. he's probably not quite as good, to be fair. Who's better out of Jones and Cheever? Is Cheever better? I think Cheever's probably better, right? I want to compare Cheever with Lemon. Am I allowed to nickname Aranda Lemon, chat? Because he is our Lemon. Aranda... it's very close. It is very close. I mean, Cheever, to be fair, his status is breakthrough prospect, so he's not expecting to be in the first team, so we don't have to promote him. I'm nicknaming him Lemon. For people who missed, we'll call him Lorenzo Lemon. For people who are wondering why he's called the Lemon. Yesterday, I left my best striker, Almeida, outside the match squad accidentally for a game in Bulgaria. There's a big qualifying game in Europe, and I forgot about Almeida. So we had to go with Lorenzo Aranda here, who's not as good. And I was basically bemoaning the fact that I'd accidentally left my best player at home. And the song playing in the background, I think it's by the Wombats, it's called Lemon to a Knife Fight, which is quite an applicable name. Basically when you got the wrong tool for the job. And then he started scoring while that song was playing in the background. And it was just meant to be. You know, he was our Lemon in a football match in that moment of time. So I feel like for that reason, he should be called the Lemon from now on. Do we call him El Lemon? I kind of like the idea of calling him El Lemon. What is the word for lemon in Spanish? Although Lorenzo Lemon is good alliteration. Cheever instead of Breque next year. The issue is that Breque is homegrown. Limon. Is it Limon? Is Limon Lemon? We'll call him El Limon, but I will just be calling him the Lemon. Is that acceptable? El Limon. Is that good? Should the O have like a little thing above it, chat? Is that a Spanish thing? Someone wrote that in the chat. Is it? Have we got any Spanish viewers who can tell me if that's grammatically correct? Because I don't speak Spanish. El Limon. There you go. The Lemon. The Lemon. I think, you know what? I love nicknaming players in Football Manager. Not that long ago, I had someone comment on my YouTube video saying, I hate when you nickname players, it's so unrealistic. I'm not being funny. In real life, football players have nicknames that their teammates and managers give them. Now, are any of them called Lemon? Probably not. But I think it's fine. Hey, Tedsy, how you doing, mate? Thank you for the 26 months. A load of people recently have been coming in with the resubs for 26 months. If you are one of those people, there's a pretty good likelihood you've been subbed since we came back to streaming just over 2 years ago. Thank you for your support throughout the whole period I've been full-time. I do appreciate it massively. And also, Defen, thank you for the 14 months. Get the Vidukas in the spam. The Vidukas in the spam. Spam the Vidukas in the chat. Words are hard. I've talked about this on stream recently. I'm someone who I've like during lockdown, I developed the art of napping. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but during lockdown, especially when I was working full time, my lunch breaks, I just put on my headphones, stick on an album, and just lay down for half an hour. And I'm not like falling asleep fully because I'm kind of lucid dreaming more than I am sleeping. And I can't normally sleep on my sofa, but I can just like lay on my sofa, headphones on, listen to music for 20 minutes, and just feel so refreshed. Like it is like I've just had a power nap. And recently, my go-to album when I've been having my power naps has been Plastic Beach. Can you have a link to the playlist? Of course you can. There it is. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's something that I'd never really done before, and I just started doing it in lockdown. And like, even now that I do content as my full-time job, I just find it so refreshing during the day. You know, sometimes it'll be 2 in the afternoon, sometimes it'll be a little earlier. Just to be able to tune out and just get very zen for 20 minutes. Like, it just helps me clear my head, and I just feel like wake up feeling really refreshed. I was actually looking at that gig, Jewel, when Gorillaz plays. Like, it's on a Monday, that gig, or a Friday? I remember thinking that's a weird time that it's on. I think it's like 2 in the afternoon on a Friday at Victoria Park. But I saw that they were playing there, and I was tempted. How long am I planning on streaming for tonight? Probably not a way longer. Maybe we'll try and finish the league season. I mean, we've got 3 games after this, but we can kind of just power play through them. Like, with the skin that I use, it does have an instant result button, and there is part of me that's like, in these kind of situations now, like, there is just that temptation to use it. When, like, the league is won, I'm basically rotating the team. Like, besides just picking the teams, there's not, like, a whole lot riding on these games. Have I seen Enter Shikari recently? The last time I watched Shikari live, when would it have been? It was in Brighton a few years ago now. I think I was talking with a friend at one point, because I think they did a tour right... Was it during lockdown they were meant to do a tour and then it got pushed back? I don't even know what happened with it. It might have happened in the last year or two. I've just completely missed it. But I saw them live a few years ago in... Well, I say a few years ago. It was like 7 years ago in London. We're going for another hour of FPL discussion today. I don't think so. I enjoyed the FPL chat yesterday, though. It was really fun. I've not been to that many gigs, like, in the last 5 years. Like, when I lived in London, it's just so convenient to just go to the O2. Like, even if there was just an artist that I'm not mega into, but it's just, like, convenient. Why is Breke taking the penalty? I guess he is actually the best penalty taker. That's actually something that I've not noticed we have. We don't have very many good penalty takers. What's the best way to find regens in a save like this? Look through leagues that you've got loaded, best 11s, and look through national teams. Have I opted for the double Leicester goalkeeper in FPL? I really strongly considered it, but I'm not going to do it. The reason I'm not going to do it is because whilst I think Iverson and Ward are really good options, both at 4 million now that Schmeichel's gone, if they sign a goalkeeper, which I know they've said they're not going to, but if they do, you are going to have to make 2 transfers to free up the funds to get in a new goalkeeper. You're basically risking the fact you're going to have to use 2 transfers very early on to fix a goalkeeping position, and also downgrade a player elsewhere if you've not got funds free. Like, it is a tempting gamble. Like, if I was looking at, like, a game week 3 wild card, I'd be very tempted. Will we do some player hunting today? I'm not sure, Charlie. We'll see how far we get. I think today is going to be mostly about kind of getting to that point where we're ready to go player hunting tomorrow. Just get Ward in. He's the one who's going to start. But if you're going to get in Ward, you've also got to get in another playing goalkeeper. Unless you're going to go with another 4 million goalkeeper who's not a Leicester one, in which case you're still screwing yourself over. Like, the reason to get in Iverson as your second choice alongside Ward is that there is no 4 million goalkeepers who are going to play regularly besides Ward. And if Ward does get rotated, just having Iverson to go as your backup means that when Ward doesn't play, Iverson is the man who will be replacing him. So you're guaranteed to have one of the 2 play. Like, it's not a bad strategy, but if Leicester sign a goalkeeper, you are in trouble. But I know, obviously, apparently Dubravka's been linked with them, and, like, Maddison could go the other way. There could be a deal to be struck there. Basically, I don't trust Leicester not to sign a goalkeeper, and if they do, you're in trouble. I actually think the Ward-Melier rotation's really good. That is what I'm on at the moment. Hey, Timos Blast, welcome to the chat. First time chatter, just writes the Viduka emote. You know what? That is a good way to announce yourself to the chat. Did I try and get tickets to the England v USA game? I didn't. I wasn't sure if I was going to be free. It's like, is it the 27th of September, chat? The England USA game, or was it in October? I looked at the dates and I thought to myself, I don't know if I'm definitely going to be free then. Pretty much. And there was another reason. I can't remember what it was. I think I had something on. What was the song that just played? It was Retrospect by Vistas. I had to go back and check. I can remember the artist. Also, isn't there a risk with the England-USA game that if the World Cup qualifiers beforehand don't go to plan, that friendly gets cancelled? Like, there's still a world where England's women's team, the Lionesses, might still have to go through like extra qualifying bits in the World Cup or something. I think I read that. Unless it was the USA team. I think there was like a world in which World Cup games could have an impact. Is it October 7th? Okay, I can tell you why I didn't do October 7th. That is in the window where Football Manager could come out and has done previous years. They've said they'll give out refunds. I mean, you'd hope they'd be giving out refunds if the friendly doesn't happen because of the World Cup qualifiers. Like, Football Manager normally launches in that kind of October-November bracket. Like, 7th of October would be early for it. But at the same time, like last year, I got early access to Football Manager to make a video or two ahead of release. I really hope that SI are looking to do more stuff like that because I think it's really beneficial for the game. And naturally, for me as a creator, being able to play the game early and produce some videos early is a big net win. So kind of with that in mind, I'd like to think maybe there's a world whereby like the 7th of October I get some kind of access. Okay, 4-1 win. Not too shabby. A sea of green rates. Is it 5-1? 5-1? 5? Penref? Surely this is just going to blow the whistle, ref. Don't give me this hope. We're not scoring here, are we? Or are we? Or are we? Arnstad. We are. Fair enough. I mean, Jose Antonio's got his second of the game. He is now the outright top goal scorer in a single season for Fjolnir. Round of applause. Round of applause. 5-1 win. We look good. Of course, this game could have been scheduled around group stage games if we'd made it. So we wouldn't have been able to play a full strength team. But that is a nice victory. I mean, that's good. That's a record points total for a team in Icelandic Premier League history. Happy days. Jose Antonio, man of the match. Give that man a coconut. Give him some praise. Hey, Swazk, welcome to the stream. Oh, chat. We've got Remember when Keflavik did us a favour that time? They're now bottom of the league. They're going to get relegated. I feel bad. Now, question, chat. The league is won. Do we just instant result these last 3 games? Or do we just play through them annihilating teams? I feel like a few years ago, I definitely would have been like, no, we must play all the games and keep the save game pure. But I'm also kind of the mindset of these games really don't matter. And that for the sake of playing for an extra half an hour to keep the save game pure, it's just not worth it. I'm an old man. We don't have time. Death's door is knocking. We can like put the kids in, but I can just instant result it. Like these games where you've won the league, like there's just not a lot of point in playing them. I will say this year Matthias has improved a lot. Is he? We had some contract stuff with him. He is on a full-time deal, right? I just want to check something. Did we get all the players on full-time deals? Is anyone on a part-time deal? Oh, God, okay. So who's on a... Oh, Bungard's still on a part-time deal. So is Nakim. Gudmundsson as well. I mean, all these players have contracts through. Actually, a few of them have contracts running out end of next year, but they are also mostly the rotation players. Does Bungard want to sign a new deal? No. I mean, he's got a 7-year deal. He's going to be part-time for the next 7 years. Gudmundsson. Why are you unhappy? Why are you crying? I'll give him games. We'll cheer him up. All the players who need to be on permanent contracts and longer-term deals are on them. We sent our scouts out to look at all the Icelandic national youth team players. And they're starting to come back. So we should keep an eye on these results. Sadly, I think a lot of these players are going to be beyond our reach. but should still have them on our radar. People keep bidding on Andrew Jones. Would I sell Andrew Jones? I would if his value was good. Have I already got the unbeaten achievement? I actually can't remember. I think I went unbeaten with Crystal Palace, actually, so I have already got the unbeaten achievement. El Limon. I'm going to have to remember that. It's a Randa. Right, Sigurd. I realised I didn't really give Sigurd Addson any games this year. We didn't really need him. We signed him because he was homegrown at club and he's just not played. Moomin for Halsen. Gudmundsson. Gudjonsson. Buassen. There's lots of sons, isn't there, in this team? Can Olaf play defensive mid? No. Gianni can. He's not reduced to build. He'll be fine. Nakim out. Play Frosty. Matalis has played 37 games this year. Considering we only played 22 league games, we played a lot more matches this year. Is that team good, chat? Is that team... Are we happy with that team? I think we're happy with it. Right, let's instant result it. 3 games left of the year. I'm sorry to ruin the purity of the save game. To be fair, I think we've already done this with League Cup games in pre-season before when they're dead. Frosty got man of the match. We won 2-0. They had a sending off. Gudmundsson also got a goal. Both our centre-backs scored. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? Hey, Mode Sam, welcome to the stream. Up the bloody Frosty. Do I update Frosty's picture, or is his picture now part of his identity? We've set the record for most goals scored in an Icelandic season with 63. Pog champ, as the kids say. Forgot about Juliusson. Juliusson isn't very good. Juliusson is literally here to be homegrown at club. I don't want to say it too loudly. He's here to tick the quotas. We've got another game in 3 days. But I'm going to play the exact same team, just the rotated team again. Will I be watching the Arsenal All or Nothing series? When does it come out? When does that come out today? This week? Does it come out tomorrow on Friday? I actually don't know. Tomorrow's not Friday, by the way. Tomorrow's Thursday. I know the days of the week. He's not very good. Do I sign the recommended players? No, I'm not going to. We signed a lot of the players who our scouts rated highly in our intake. First 3... Oh, releases in 2 hours. So there's 3... Oh, okay. So there's 3 this Thursday, then 3 next Thursday, then 3 the Thursday after that. Is that what we're saying? There's 9 episodes. Sklud asks, best tips for taking a Nordic team out in Europe? When you say taking them out, do you mean knocking them out or doing well with them? Because I think the best thing to do is just look for freebies. Oh, yeah, we need to make sure Almeida isn't getting subbed on in these games. He hasn't been subbed on so far. You know what? We'll just take him off the bench so that can't happen. That's a good idea, isn't it? How many games did he play this year? So this guy Almeida, he's got a contract agreement where after 30 league games, he goes on to £2,500. He's already the highest earner on £1,500. He's only played 9 games in the league this year, chat. We might not have to give him a wage rise for 3 years. This could be genius. I'm kind of surprised he's not started complaining again because we've kind of dropped him. Right. Youth team, play again, have some more fun. Look at that. Look at that. That's another win. It's another win. Breke getting a goal and then Forhausen getting 2. Love that. Love Forhausen. His contract's up at the end of next year. Does he want to sign a deal? Oh, he wants to be a regular starter. I can't give him regular starter status. That would be mental. 'Cause We have got a few players with contracts expiring next year. Why has Gianni only signed a 2-year deal? Gianni, do you want to extend that contract of yours? You do? Oh, happy days. Come on, let's be reasonable on the wage demands. Sometimes players just play nice, don't they, in kind of negotiations. They're just lovely guys. Olaf, new contract? Impact sub. Come on, that's a reasonable offer. He wants 800. Do 650 like Gianni. Get rid of that yearly wage rise. 900? Are you having a giraffe, lad? 750. The 3 years has to be locked in, I'm afraid. 850. 800. It's a lot of money, but to be fair, £800, we can afford that now. With the wage rise that was done this year, like that does open up the opportunity to pay players a little bit more. Like 800 for bench players is probably going to be the norm going forward. Hymerson? Hymerson's not been that good. I mean, the fact that he's still willing to negotiate as a future prospect kind of implies that. We'll keep him around. I'm hoping that he'll just take £400 with those extensions. I probably could have offered him less. But he's homegrown at club. 7-year deal. He can just be an emergency backup. Kind of sad that he's not developed, but hey, that happens in FM. I think Gudjonsson and Buassen, their contracts can run down next year. A lot of these players that were signed into new deals are players who are homegrown at club. Pettersson wants to be a scout. I'm not signing you as a scout, Pettersson. I'll get a new backup keeper. Olaf isn't kicking up a fuss about Moomin playing left back. He's had a change of heart. He saw the light and realised he's an idiot. I'm pleased to report. Because, yeah, Olaf was complaining about lack of first-team football, wasn't he? He was being a bit of a Mr. Potato Head about it all. What does a bit of a Mr. Potato Head even mean? Just making up expressions. Last game of the season is against the team in second. I'm kind of glad that we've done as well as we have, because I would not like to have been taken on Breidablik to end the season. Defend, did I miss your sub earlier? Did I miss Defend sub earlier? Defend, did I miss your sub? Maybe I didn't. If I did, I'd like to issue a wholehearted personal apology. If I did read it out, I'd also like to issue an apology because I just forgot that I did it. Am I the only streamer in the world who sometimes loses track of what, like, bits they've read when it comes to subs and stuff? Like, my old version of OBS had, like, this thing where you could click on stuff when you've read it and it marked it. And I've lost that ability because that was kind of useful. I mean, those stats are satisfying, aren't they? Jose Antonio, 29 goals. Free transfer, BTW. He declined a bit during the year. What's his overall development been like? That's not that good. I want to see him improving. He's 19. Would it be controversial that if I got a bid of like 500k for him, I'd probably take it? I just look at someone like Chiva, who's a couple of years his junior, who's coming through our team and think, yeah, you're not as quick, but you could probably do a very similar job for us. Chiva's development's been mad, by the way. Exciting times ahead, I feel like. And we've got more youngsters joining us. Like we've got Injatovic here, who, I mean, yeah, he's injury prone, he's inconsistent, but like as a free transfer, could come good. We've got Vogel joining us, who I think is a good option at centre-back for a freebie. And we've also got Nune Felipe. I think this guy could be really good. I don't want to say it too loudly. I think he could be really good. Centre-back, though. Centre-back, not a defensive midfielder. Definitely a centre-back. Shame about his pace. Oh, okay, these are the scout reports on players who are in the Iceland national team. Are any of them being rated that highly who are actually good? It doesn't look like it. Nuno Felipe is a name that sounds like a good player. It does sound like a footballer's name, doesn't it? It does just sound like a footballer's name. Okay, last game of the season. We're going to play our best team with the exception of Almeida to end it. Apparently, the attackers are unhappy with my backing down to Rudy Almeida. And Planner is happy with my treatment of Bungard in not selling him. Well, I'm glad that me and Planner have each other's backs. Also, is it just me or has Matthias been on a 10.0 training rating forever? I feel like for the last 3 months, he's just been training like a god. I'm all for it. I think he's going to be really, really important to our long-term stuff. I'm a fan. I'm establishing the fan club early. Optional future fee, 26k. Absolutely not. Get out of it. Although, when is the end of the season in Australia? The loan will end on the 31st of May. How about I loan him until May to you, which is all of our pre-season, but then he'll come back for the actual, we'll say 6 months. Basically, for the winter months, we loan him to Australia. Does that make sense? I need them to pay his wages, but you can have him for the next 6 months, just as an important first-team player. That won't affect him getting homegrown at club status because he joined us like a little while ago. I don't think so, at least. To be honest, of all the strikers we've signed, I think he's the least likely to make it. Like, I think I rate Stoyan slightly higher. So loaning him to Australia probably ups his reputation, gets him regular first-team football during our long off-season. In my head, it makes a lot of sense. Get me the match reports. Off you go, Andrew. Have fun back in Australia. What's Manfang up to? Manfang, I believe, we sold him, didn't we? Did we give him away for free because he was leaving us at the end of his contract? We did. He went to Sweden to play in the second division. And in the second tier of Sweden, he's played 5 games, got 1 goal and a 6.55 rating. It's not good. Yeah, Gianni's been training really well too. Skin name, if you put ! skin, Vaculum, it will come up in the chat. It's the TCS skin. Is the Sweden Elite Tier 1, is that the 3rd tier? I don't think it is. I could be wrong here. First Division Elite of Sweden. No, it's the 2nd tier. It's the 2nd. I know my Swedish football. I managed in Sweden last year. Do not question my knowledge on Sweden. I am an expert on Swedish football. Allegedly. Hey Jack, Mr. Starstream, how did it go against the German team? We lost to Mainz in extra time of the second leg. It was 3-3 after 180 minutes, but we were knackered. They battered us away from home in the second leg. And in extra time, they beat us. Sadly. Right, last game of the season. We are going to instant result it because the league is donezo. Can we end the season unbeaten? We're about to find out. Remember Manfang did that one good thing. Manfang did like... He had one good stream and then he never played well ever again. I'll tell you what. That's a pretty good league season by all accounts. I mean, that's mad, actually. There are lots of whole numbers there. Is that weird? 70, 20, 50. It just looks very wholesome. 2 points dropped all season. Compared to last year where we finished on 40 points. Like, what a step up that is. Obviously, last year we had more qualifying games in Europe, but over the course of the last 12 months, we've added enough quality that we can compete in Europe and in the league simultaneously. It's just a very satisfying set of numbers, isn't it, that? It almost looks sus. Just how whole the numbers are. To be fair, we didn't win any of the cup competitions this year just gone. We bottled them. Don't forget, we got knocked out by a team in the league below us in the cup on penalties. We don't talk about it. I've just talked about it. I've rumoured it myself. Yeah, Valor won the cup. It's a bit annoying that Valor won the cup. Sigurdsson prefers El Limon to Kane. Take that, Harry Kane. My assistant manager thinks the lemon is better than Kane. I mean, all I'm saying is the lemon can run faster than Kane can run. Take that. How are we doing in Europe as a nation? I think Valor. Did Valor make it to the group stage of the Europa Conference League? They did. They've got a point in their opening game. But unfortunately, they are the only Icelandic team in cup competitions in Europe, I believe. I'll have a quick flick through all the teams. They are, sadly. So the coefficient won't go up too much. It's a bit unfortunate. Our league season ends in September. Obviously, all the coefficients update in like June, May time. So we won't really be able to review that progress for a little bit. Yeah, last season was mad, Scott. Yeah, if people didn't see last season, like you kind of missed out because I mean, look at the league table. The team in 6th finished 3 points behind the winners of the league. Like going into the final day of the season, half the league could win the title. It was mad. And we actually lost the title by 1 goal. If we'd scored 1 more goal in our last game, we would have finished ahead of Valor on goals scored for. So that was a bit unfortunate. That was why this year just to batter Valor and to see Valor do so badly was quite satisfying. But yeah, the season last year was mad. I forgot how much I enjoy the fact that Icelandic seasons only last 22 games. Like, we have played through the entire season from, like, April 1st to now in four streams? That can't be right. Is that right? I think it was just Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Like, realistically, we can kind of get through a season close to a season a week. It's kind of mad. Yeah, and the team who finished bottom won the cup last year as well. So they got relegated and got European football. Bungard set a new average rating record. He got an 8.04. That is mad. Not bad for a regista who we trained to play regista, who was originally a striker. I remember when I said in stream, I was like, I'm going to make him a regista. Lots of people were laughing. Lots of people told me I was crazy. They told me I was an idiot. They're not laughing anymore. What's the overall best 11 looking at? Fortes, R.I.P. He's still not found a club after he left us at the start of the season. Jose Antonio's in there. For Howson, Planner, Arnstad, Bungard, Hjalmarsson. Remember Hjalmarsson? How's he doing? He did okay last year, just gone fair play. And then the rest of the players are all still at us. Rookie numbers, I do a season in a day. I'll tell you what, I challenge you to stream a season in a day. I feel like people underestimate how difficult FM is as a game to stream. Right, we're winning the league again next year. I got carried away. Yeah, everything's good. Be happy. Smile. See you in February. Almeida got top goal scorer. He played 9 games last season. 9 games played, 13 goals. He did quite well. Please link the playlist. I can link you the playlist, mate. There is the Spotify playlist. Do I do manual training? I do all my individual training, Crazy Matt. I don't do my team training. Streaming a season in a day is easy if you ignore chat. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe I just... Oh, chat. The board of... We don't have money to build a new stadium. I've panic hit continue because I've just seen the board of building a new stadium. We don't have the money for a new stadium. This is concerning. A hydrate spill indeed. I need vodka to deal with what the item's going to be. We had 1.8 million in the bank. I swear, if all the money in our bank has just been spent on a new stadium, I'm going to weep. Please don't be a big dent in the bank account. Please don't be a big dent in the bank account. Chat. We had 1.8 million in the bank. How much are they spending? Okay. It's just the planning. It's just the planning. They've announced plans to build a new one. They're searching for sites and investors. They need to accommodate bigger crowds due to high demands of tickets. It won't be a smooth progress. Okay. No money's left the bank account yet. Calm. Right. European success next year is quite important now, so that we can actually afford that. Bloody hell. And the facilities got downgraded. Do I just request the facilities get upgraded? Like, they're not terrible. Like, our facilities are kind of okay for where we are right now, I feel like. Like, we've improved the youth coaching and the youth recruitment. Like, considering where we're at, I don't actually think we need to worry about that too much. Someone asked who I think my favourite player is this year. Favourite player this year in FM? It's probably not a real player, but I guess you mean a real player. I really like Thiago Almada this year. I think he's been really good in the network game for me. Yeah, the board's saying it's not going to be a smooth process. I think it's code for them going, we know it's going to ruin the finances, but it's a risk we're willing to take. Who would be my player of the season? Who would be my player? Is it boring if I just pick the highest player? Like, because naturally, Jose Antonio has scored 30 goals. Like, his goals are kind of the reason we went so far in Europe. Like, he got 10 goals in 8. But I feel like it's just a bit of a boring selection. I actually think Nakim's been really good for us this year. I've not really said his name a lot, but he's been 28 years old, came in as a kind of more experienced centre-back on a free transfer. 16 appearances in the league, 6 goals from centre-back, 7.53 rating. He's been a bit of an unsung hero. A lot of you guys are saying Matthias. Matthias has been very good this year. Not... In the league, it's weird, right? Because I think in the league, he doesn't make that many saves because he doesn't really have that many saves to make. Like, 6 clean sheets in 22 is fine, but like in Europe, obviously, he's got a 7.61 rating in the Conference League. Like, 7.61 rating in a competition is mad. So, yeah. You know what? I might well give it to him. I feel like Matthias, Nakim, and Jose Antonio have all been pretty important to our year. Yeah, Matthias has been really, really good. I didn't realise his rating had been quite that high in European competitions. That might put him close to, like, the high average ratings. Actually, still behind Jose Antonio. He's not even in the top 20. I always find it weird how all the qualifying rounds count statistically for, like, the European competitions. Has Moomin been the disappointment of the year? Is that a harsh assessment from chat? You know what? If you looked at Moomin's numbers in isolation, he probably has been disappointing, but the one thing that saves him is actually the fact he's improved a lot this year. Like, he only joined us in April. He's only been here 6 months. He's improved a lot. Like, realistically, going into next season, he probably replaces Planner in the starting 11. Like, our best 11 for the new year is probably Frosty and Nakim in the middle, right? Would I take Olaf over Fredriksson? Chat, who's the better wing-back? I love the fact that Olaf has, like, really good passing. Like, 14 passing on a wing-back is quite nice. But I do feel like 8 stamina, and it's just not that great. You know what? Let's work on your work rate or and endurance in the off-season. I I think Fridriksson might edge it out. I think that's one of those ones where it's definitely 50-50. Unitunes, thank you so much for giving me some of Jeff Bezos' hard-earned money and Silverman with the Prime. I appreciate it massively. Moomin's the best left back. Yeah. I still find it funny that Olaf was concerned about Moomin at left back. That was one of my favourite bugs this year. Hey, Half-Ball Dane. How's my favourite boy Bungard doing? You might hate what I've done with him, but I've trained him to play as a regista. I mean, he just got the highest average rating in the league as a regista, so I'm going to claim it's a stroke of genius. I don't know how random his physicals are, save game to save game, but in this save game, like, his physicals are pretty bad. And I feel like as a regista, he just makes use of his technicals and mentals really well. So that's kind of a bit where we've been playing him. Right now, he's still on a part-time deal. I kind of want to get him on a full-time deal, but his current contract is like a 6-year contract, and he's unhappy, so he doesn't want to sign a new deal. So we might just have to accept that he's just going to train part-time. Where do we bring players in next year? I mean, the annoying thing is, like, we've got a load of players who are going to get homegrown at club next year, but they don't get it until the summer. They don't get it till June. So, like, there isn't a load of spots suddenly freed up right away this year. Like, those spots won't be freed up until the summer. There's part of me that feels like we maybe look at free transfers over the winter from Nordic leagues, but actually we don't do any transfer business until the summer. We do all our transfer business ahead of the European qualifiers. Because the benefit of that is that we aren't having to try and squeeze players in. Our team as it stands now is very, very good. And it allows me to plan the transfers we do in that July around the European campaign starting. Whereas if I make a load of signings now, those players aren't going to join till February anyway. The league season doesn't start till May time. Any players we sign now, literally, they're not going to be playing in competitive, kind of meaningful games for 6 months. So that's a long time. Why is Bungard unhappy? There was a load of Danish teams and Norwegian teams keep bidding on him. But they're like bidding like £50,000. Like, realistically, I don't want to sell him for less than $1 million. I don't think anyone will bid $1 million. But he's basically unhappy that I won't sell him. But he's got a 6-year deal, so I don't really need to sell him. Like, if someone bids on him and the board interrupt and accept it, we'll deal with that. But I just don't see the point in selling him right now. Like, even when he's been unhappy, he's been doing fine. Did you make the group stage in Europe? We didn't this year, sadly. Because we finished second in the league, we started in the Conference League qualifying round. So we had to go through 4 Conference League qualifying rounds. Whereas and unfortunately, we lost in the 4th round. This year, we won the league, which means we start in the Champions League qualifiers. That also means if we start to drop down, we're in a spot where we'll go into the Europa League, then the Conference League. Like, it's a bit more of a forgiving run. We signed Bungard from Randers, I think it was. This guy's pretty good. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to go for these kind of Icelandic players, like 17 years old. Sign him, stick him in the under-19s. For £4,000, it's a sign and stash, right? This is why I'm scouting the national youth team, just to see if there's any kind of particularly good players who are popping up. He wants to be an emergency backup. He really wants to be an emergency backup. Try and lock him into a long-term deal with optional contract extensions. 5-year deal, gets homegrown at club in that time. He looks pretty solid, right? I feel like for a centre-back, he's not missing anything. Like, there's a few bits where he's a bit average, but he's kind of one of those players where if we just train him as a centre-back without any focus and his polygon just goes like outwards, as it is right now, he'd be a good centre-back. Who's our strikers? Our current strikers, we've got Jose Antonio, who we picked up from San Felix in Spain. This man was randomly featured in the Next Gen Award, despite playing in, like, Spain for this random team called Juan Felix, who have some... San Felix, not Juan Felix. Who have some pretty good players. And the other guy we picked up for 150k is Rudy Almeida. We signed from Portugal. Just a bit of a hot prospect for the future. How's Miscellaneous doing? Should we have a look? I have Miscellaneous' name on the back of a football shirt. He's a free agent. Oh, chat. He's not even that good, but it's Miscellaneous. I have this man's shirt name on the back of a football shirt. Am I an idiot? I have his name on the back of a Sweden shirt. He's not even that good. But you can put, is he better than Breke? I feel like he's not very good. He's like a slightly less good version of Breke. I really like Breke. And I really like Oscar Miscellaneous. But it doesn't really make any sense. Other than the fact I have his name on the back of a shirt. We can't keep signing strikers, but I have his name on the back of a shirt. Should I go find the shirt, chat? Let me go and see if I can find it to show you. Last year we did a save in Sweden and he was our star striker. I mean, look. It would be the return of a legend. It would be the return of a legend if we signed him. I've got his name on the back of a Sweden national kit. Despite the fact he has he's never played for the Sweden national team. We could ruin his legacy. That's my concern. Great kit, by the way. I was going to buy this kit anyway, but because he was doing well in our save game, we put his name on the back of it. One of the best kits at the Euros, I'm going to say it, the Sweden away kit. I just tried to throw the shirt on my exercise bike and missed it completely. It can stay on the floor. Did he get caps in the save game? He did. He was really, really good for us. Shall I see if I've still got the save game and then we can compare him to his save game self? I'm going to attempt to find the save game and we can compare him. Mystical, thank you for subbing with the Prime. I appreciate it massively. Get the Vadukas in the chat. Let's compare him between save games, shall we? I think that is the best course of action here. Is that okay? Let's get on the right scene. I was thinking, why can I not find the scene that I'm looking for? I'm loading up last year's Football Manager. You've been watching on YouTube for a year, never caught stream, so hey, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I'm glad you've been enjoying the entertainment on YouTube. We do stream it every weekday. That's most weekdays I try and stream here. It's not been so good recently. I will also, chat, just give you a little heads up. I won't be live on Friday. I think I mentioned this already. It's my granny's birthday. So happy birthday to Granny the Space. I'm trying to find the Broma Poikina save game from last year. But apparently, I'm horrific at actually organising my save games. I have loads of the Palace save game that we did last year. We never won the league with Palace, did we? That was sad. Where's Broma Poikina? November 2031. Is that the last one? Let's load it up. FM. Boom. Then transform. Reset transform. And this will work. Boom. Last year's Football Manager. Oh my god, this skin is different, isn't it? Right, where is Miscellaneous in this list? Here he is. So he was pretty good in this save game. So for people who never saw this save game, we managed in Sweden, we managed Brommapoikina. We won the Champions League with them as well. I think is this when we won the Champions League? Let's have a look. This was like the save game I could find. In fact, this isn't the latest save file because this is the season that we won it this season. We lost the final 5-1 against Liverpool. That was embarrassing. But this was our save. We had an Icelandic player in this save game, right? We did. This guy, Gudmundur Sigurdsson. He was very, very good. But yeah, Miscellaneous there, and then Miscellaneous here. I'm switch games, Jack. Switch games. But choose your fighter, chat. He's not quite as good as he. He isn't. He's definitely not as good. What are his numbers like in this save game? Let's have a look. I mean, look at this. So he started with us in the 3rd division. So he started in the 3rd division of Sweden, and he was our top goal scorer for the first 3 seasons. He got 24 goals in 24, like a few years in. That's a pretty good record, isn't it? You can see here. We won the Swedish Premier League 7 times in a row, and at that point, we were getting into the Champions League regularly. Our best player is King Arthur. This man, £60,000 a week for a player this good. We signed him for 104. How did I have 145 million? Did I make some big sales? Yeah, I did. We sold players like 20 million, 34 million. I basically spent all the transfer budget on King Arthur. He's very good, isn't he? I definitely overpaid for him, but the issue I had was our wage budget was really small. Like, you can see our wages here, considering that this was we'd lost a Champions League final with this team. Like, our highest earner is on 60,000. Like, our bank balance is 101 million because we were just making money every year in the Champions League. This is where I want to get the save game to here. You can see, like, £76 million in prize money from the Champions League. Then our expenses for the entirety of last season were only 114 million. Yeah, we had Andre Andreasson as well, didn't we? He was very good, from the Faroe Islands. I don't think we had... Did we have any good academy players? Like, we picked this team because they had a good academy. I'm trying to remember. We got... Ramaj was good for us. We signed this guy from Finland. He was decent. Did any of these players come through the academy? Was it Akamark? No, we stole him from Real Madrid. I feel like there was like 1 or 2 players who came through the academy. Obviously, Miscellaneous is a real player. So this is where we're aiming for this save game. Oh, Christian Moller. So this guy came from our academy. Like, he's not amazing, but I mean, he got 23 caps for Sweden and like was a big part of our first team. He's like really, really good as a ball-winning midfielder and not a lot else. So he was decent for us. Was there any others? I can't remember. We had Jadon Sancho in this save game. You can kind of see, like, so many of these players were brought in for reasonable money, but not, like, the craziest money in the world. Yeah, I think literally it's just... Oh, remember Guo Yi? He was massively overpaid. We've gone all the way through the players. Spicy Online, thank you for the 3 months. Resubbed. I appreciate it massively. Spicy Online, with your username, you sound like someone who sells, like, spices online. I hope you have an online store selling spices. Yeah, we had Jadon Sancho on £32,000 a week. Where is Yoshi? Should we have a look? Where was Yoshi in the end? Was this our Yoshi? That is our Yoshi. I forgot he literally played for us for 1 season. He literally played for us for 1 season. But anyway, good save game, fun save game. This is what we're striving towards, something like this. Ultimately, in these kind of nations, all your money comes from being successful in the Champions League. We had some really good players. I kind of want to try and find like the save game after we won the Champions League. But I mean, you can see how organised this all is. FM stream save. So that's when we started the transfer update save game. So I'm looking at the first Bromma Poikina save game. I think that is the most recent one I have. Maybe I accidentally delete the wrong file, because this seems to be the most recent Champions League win I've got. Either way, good times. I think the save games were sorted by date there. Yeah, they were. Here's the issue, chat. I use autosaves a lot, so there's quite a lot of save games here. Oh, wait, there's a folder called Bromma. That's the 23rd. That's from like a season earlier. I did attempt to put stuff in files, as you can see here, but apparently I was kind of half-arsing it. Either way, you know what? Let's not dwell on the past. We're here for the future. But do I sign Miscellaneous or not? That's the reason we load up. That's okay. I don't think he's not. Is there a risk we tarnish his legacy? Like, he's 22. He's not going to get that much better, I don't think. And I'm not even going to be able to register him. This guy we're going to sign for £4,000. Icelandic Youth International. Looks good. I feel like if I sign him, chat, there's a risk that we ruin the legacy. Because in real life, he left Bromma Poikina and moved to Malmo. And in this save game, Malmo just haven't treated him with the tender love and care. Should we see if Bromma have got any other players? Because they have like really, really good like youth setups. This team play in the like third tier of Sweden, but they have like some of the best youth recruitment in the game. They've got this guy here, Marco Alonso Valdez, who comes through their academy. Is it just me or is he mad? Maybe he's not that mad, but I feel like for a Swedish third division club, he's pretty good. Did I say Malmo? I meant Bromby. Of course, Malmo are still in Sweden. He went to Denmark. I knew what I meant. I don't think I'm going to sign him, chat. I don't think I'm going to sign him just because I feel like you could risk tarnishing a legacy. Any good players with contracts expiring? This guy's pretty good, although injury prone, inconsistent. Blech. This guy, 18 years old. He's not bad. 15 jumping reach. Is he actually good? We'll get a scout report. This team have got a few players playing for them. Who is this? Nikolbing? I've never heard of this team in my life. They've got a Turkish goalkeeper and they're hot prospects. They've got a couple of players. I mean, this guy doesn't look that bad at all. Do I need another striker? No. But I do like the look of this guy. 17 determination. I shouldn't get him. I already have so many strikers. How does he compare with Chiva? Ah, it's tempting. It's tempting. Yeah, but Bromma Poikina's youth team is mad in real life. They've produced some of the best Swedish players. Like Kulusevski started his career at Bromma Poikina. Look at that. The more you know. Started his career at this team. Look at their league history, by the way. So in real life, they were promoted in 2021. I'm not sure how they've done this season in real life. But like, they've just yo-yoed between the top division and the third division. They're like Norwich on steroids. I mean, look at this. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've had 6 promotions in the last 20 years. And 6 relegations. But ignore that. Are they fine for promotion in real life? Well, I hope they go up again. Would that be another back-to-back promotions? I'll tell you what, if they did that, that would probably make them a fun save game again. Who wants a road trip to Bromma Poikina? I was actually looking recently at going to Stockholm for a weekend. I was looking at where the cheapest places to fly from Gatwick Airport are. and Stockholm kept popping up. And family, well, I say family friend, a friend of mine, their fiance, she works for the Hilton. I think it was the Hilton. Was it the Hilton or the Marriott? Why do I always get Hilton and Marriott muddled up? No, it was the Hilton. She works for like the Hilton Hotel, so I'm on the family and friends discount. So I get like some pretty decent discounts on hotels. And I was looking at it, and I could literally fly to Stockholm for a 4-day weekend in Stockholm. So fly on the Friday, fly back on the Monday, have 3 nights for, I think it was £350, which obviously that's not mega cheap. But I feel like for a weekend holiday in Sweden, that's still pretty good for like on a month's notice. I really want to go on holiday in September. September would be a good time to go on holiday. Sweden is expensive, but I feel like if you're only there for 3 days, right, you're traveling on a Monday and a Friday and a Monday, like you're only going to spend 2 days there. Whilst it's not going to be cheap, you're not going to rack up, like, especially when you're going on your own, you're not going to rack up hundreds of pounds in extra expenses on top of that. Like, realistically, I think it was $350 for flights and hotel. I reckon you could like do a weekend for like £500. Miscellaneous. I shouldn't do it, chat. I just shouldn't. I've hit delay on it, but I'm going to cancel that. You'd recommend Basel. You see, Basel's not cheap to fly to. Another place was actually Norway I was looking at. I could get flights to either Oslo or Bergen for mega cheap. I have a few friends in Norway as well, so I think it'd be pretty fun. Bergen's meant to be pretty fun, so who knows? I was having to look around. I was looking at, like, does anyone ever go on, like, Skyscanner or, like, another equivalent, like, flight thing and just look at where the cheapest flights are for, like, random days? Or is that just a me thing? What about Finland again? I mean, I would love to see more of Helsinki because I didn't spend much time in Helsinki at all. But I kind of feel like there's more of the world that I'd like to see. I'm interested to see how Andrew Jones does here. He's gone to the A-League. He's played 3 league games already. He's developing off the back of them, but he's not scored. Bergen's amazing. It's just always raining. I mean, I'm English. I know it's not rained much recently here, but I am quite accustomed to rain. I think I looked at flights to Bergen, and there were certain times where I could get a return flight for £40. I literally pay more than that to get a train across England to visit family. Like, the fact I can fly to Norway for cheaper than I can get a train across England is just stupid. How about a weekend away at Town or Town? I'm still hoping to make it to a Town or Town game, but the infrastructure is horrific. This is kind of mad to say. I can get to Bergen in Norway quicker than I can get to Town or in Durham, just because of where I am in the world. I'm based south of London near Brighton. Like, it's kind of mad. Like, I can get a 20-minute train to Gatwick, and then it's like a 2-hour flight. I can literally do door-to-door in Bergen in under 3 hours. Search your post on the CU Academy, explosive. You are just spamming that comment over and over again, mate. I'm going to break your heart here. I invented the CU Academy. I was there in the beginning. You are preaching to the old guard about, and well, I remember when the CU Academy were called the FFA Centre of Excellence, my son. I was there when the word was written in the book of Football Manager tips for places to find players. On the 3rd day when Miles Jacobson invented regens, I was at the CU Academy. I feel like the FFA Centre of Excellence is a better name than the CU Academy. What was the academy team in France again? I actually don't know. People always suggest a few other academies. Like there is it Project Foot in Senegal or something Foot? It's like a team in Senegal called Foot. I can't remember their name, which is a bit awkward. But they produce some pretty good players. There's like a few academies, but sometimes, like certain save games, a lot of the academies just don't produce players. Whereas the CU Academy just always seem to produce Australian ones. Is it Generation Foot? I think you guys are right. Generation Foot are a good academy in Senegal. I mean, look at this guy. Wow, he's good. Really, really good physicals. 17 work rate with 15 teamwork and 14 stamina. You've got my attention. How much do they want for him? They want 83k, which is his release clause. I'll give you 50. I can't do 83. If I mean, 60 would still be a lot. I kind of just want to see this guy's wage demands, to be honest. I'll give you 69 for the meme. Accept it. Thank you. The French one is called Clairefontaine. Should we have a look at them? It's not shown up when I've searched them. Has it got an E in? There they are. Have they got anyone? They've got Matteo Haas. Do you reckon he's friends with Gunther? Have they got anyone? I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the CU Academy just always produce good players. I guess it's because Australia has fewer kind of clubs that players can generate at. He wants to be a regular starter. How does he compare with Tarek? Chat. He is very good. Do I play for masking attributes? I am not for this save game. I have done in the past. I genuinely don't feel like attribute masking makes that bigger a difference. I don't ever really search for players by attributes. I'm not someone who will just like sit staring at attributes and like, you know, just filtering by the perfect attributes for a wingback. Like last year we did the save game with Bromma Poikino with attribute masking on. And as a Swedish club starting in the 3rd tier, we were still able to win a Champions League in like 11 seasons. Like, it really doesn't make the game more difficult, I think, than, you know, some people think. How did the Mainz game go? We lost in extra time, Dutch, sadly. Can you change it mid-save? You can't. It's weird, actually, you can't change tribute masking mid-save. Another reason why I play with it off, actually, is so when I do the holidaying into the future at the end of YouTube saves, we can actually see how good the players are. Because otherwise it's a bit weird when I holiday into the future and then we can't actually see how good the players are that I had like 5 years previously. We've just finished our 4th season, Chris. What about ASEC? I feel like ASEC haven't been as good for regens in recent years, right? Does anyone else feel like that? Like a few years ago, they were like the go-to team. But I feel like a bit, they just don't ever seem to produce that many good regens. I mean, in this save game, they've just not produced any regens yet. I feel like they got nerfed. Not sure if that was like a targeted thing. It's probably more a case of SI just changed how stuff happened. Okay, he tried to put in a release clause, but we can remove and exclude it. See, I kind of want to lock this guy into a long-term deal, even if I had to pay him 1,000. 5-year deal, £1,000. Come on. Come on, we can do a deal. Is that guy worth it? 69k? I love Tyrick, and I will definitely keep Tyrick around, but we are... I say Tyrick, it's literally Tarek. Do I have another player called Tyrick in another save game? But I just feel like, in terms of mentals and in terms of physicals, he probably has the edge. He's 18. And right now, right back is the one area where we haven't had depth. Like, I'm never going to play Frosty at right back because he can't play it going forward. So behind Tarek, the next best player is Gudmundsson, who, again, I'm not going to play at right back. And then, I mean, realistically, Canada I'm not going to play at right back either. I think the next best right back is literally Boasson. None of those players here, they're all centre-backs who can also play right back. Like, at the left-hand side, we have Olaf and we have Fredrickson, who battle out for that area. At right back, we basically have Tarek, who I'm a little bit concerned because he's injury prone, but we've not had issues with his injuries yet. And our next best right back is literally Buassen. So I think Mangon Gassama. Can we discuss the fact that his name is Mangon Gassama? Is it just me or is that a fun name? Man gone Gassama. I mean, he can't remark that well, so maybe his man will be gone. He's not very tall, is he? I'm okay with that. He's a small child. He'll grow. What food is Iceland known for? I'm not signing you, Oscar. I'm really sorry. Right back was probably the area we needed a player in, so the fact that he's just there is mad. Even if I'd had a tribute masking on there, just because we went to Generation Foot to look at their team, I would have probably just scouted their key player anyway to see how good he was. We didn't look at any of their other players, did we? I realised we looked at Mangon when he's good and then didn't look at anyone else. They've got Mahamadou. Mahamadou? It is Mahamadou. Reading's hard. Traore. We'll get a scout play. He doesn't look as good. Frozen food. Brilliant. What's Tyson know for? Frozen food. You guys have done comedy there. Give yourself a pat on the back, chat. Is Buassen 12 years old in that picture? I think he's like 7. It is a bit weird, I will admit. This guy is on a youth contract playing for Bologna. Can I sign him off Bologna? He's very good, right? Benjoni Brecki Andreasen. He's Icelandic. He looks amazing. But he doesn't want to play for me. Can I sign him? 600k really isn't that unreasonable, but I don't have that money. I know I don't need another striker. What about if I can't loan him because we're outside the transfer window? He is good. There's also Andre Lucas Gudjonsson, who I think has pretty good potential in FM, but in this save game has not developed at all. But he's on £8,000 a week, which I ain't paying. I don't need strikers, do I, chat? Tell me to stop me buying strikers. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I might need an intervention. That might be needed. Or a Barrett 50 cal. Or an M21. Or a WA 2000. Does anyone know what I'm doing here? Does anyone know the reference? Anyone know the reference? Do you know it? Probably someone will. Someone will. Great gun though, isn't it? The intervention. Right, Mangon Gassama. I'm gonna wait for the scout report. We're gonna pay £2,000 to scout and I'm gonna delay it. Just to make sure there's no negatives. Who's the Bungard backup? Planner. This year, Planner will be the backup register. He's actually really well suited to the role. Like, maybe his balance and teamwork could be a little bit better, but with Moomin becoming the go-to advanced playmaker in the middle, it's going to open up that role for Bungard to play. I mean, when you look at Moomin, he is mad as an advanced playmaker for our team. I kind of want to keep training him actually as a roaming playmaker just because it makes him way more well-rounded. I actually think we're in an okay spot. I'm hoping Gudmundsson's going to end up being happy at the club because he is one of our more influential players and I would quite like to keep him around as 5th choice centre-back. I genuinely feel like if we sign Mangon, I might just leave it there till the summer until we have all the players get homegrown at club. Because with how the team is right now, I can't actually register anyone new. But come June, we'll have the ability to register 7 new players for the league, which is kind of big. Because in Iceland, you have to have a minimum of 8 homegrown club players registered in your squad of 25. Although homegrown players don't have to be registered necessarily. So if you have more than 8, only the first 8 have to be registered. So actually, the best way of thinking about it is you can have unlimited homegrown club players in your team, but you have to have no more than 17 non-homegrown club players. That's basically what the restriction is. 17 homegrown club players. Not homegrown at club players, infinite homegrown at club players. And because we're going to have 7 players get homegrown at club status, they become those excess players. So that would be pretty nice. Do I want to sign Umo here? He actually does look very good. He's way better than Frosty. He has no interest in joining us, even though his contract's expiring. I guess he's on the players to track list, right? He looks really good. He does look really, really good. Where did he start? He started at Midtjylland and Midtjylland released him. Kind of curious to know if Midtjylland have got any more players with contracts expiring that they're about to chuck out. They've got a guy called Bang. His last name is Bang. It's very fun. The other thing we can do is we can look at national youth teams and then look at the players who are valued lowest, because there's a pretty high chance that these players are running down their contracts. Like Chukwani here. He's very good. Regista? Regista backup? Question mark? Oh, he's already joining odd. I'm blind. Wait, there's a 15-year-old in the Denmark under-20s. He's 15. He doesn't want to join me, sadly. I don't think. But he's 15. 15. I'll give you 40k for him. Let me know. I want 400. I don't have that kind of money. We're not made of money. I think we need some young homegrown midfielders in the production line. We don't really have any young regen midfielders. That's probably a fair assessment. In terms of young centre mids, like Olafson's probably the best, and he came through our academy this year. But we have got like players like Moomin, who are already in the first team, who are midfielders. Gianni will get homegrown at club as well, if I'm not mistaken. It's a case of a lot of the players who are going to get homegrown at club are players who are already in the senior team at centre mid. It's like Arnstad, Hawkeland, Moomin, Bungard, Gianni are all going to get homegrown at club. Where's your Atalanta one? We don't stream Atalanta, Dooney. That is a YouTube save game, bud. We were looking at regions in the second tier of... Was it Finland we looked at? I think it was the top division of Finland we were looking at. We should have another little look at that. Any regions? Hello, Raw. His name is Raw, chat. He's valued very highly. I don't have that kind of money. It's kind of mad, the financial difference in, like... He's unhappy. Is he available for free? I approached it. I can't. Tromsø are one of our affiliates as well. It's kind of mad how, like, in the second tier of Norway, players are valued at close to £1 million, and just in Iceland, like, our most valuable players are, like, 100k-ish. It's just because the reputation of the league is still not very good. Like, the Norwegian second division is actually the third division, and we're behind it. That's why I'm not that bold about making a load of transfers now. I feel like being patient till the summer is probably the smartest idea. Also, I can't really register anyone new anyway. That Traore guy, scouts do not love him. I think we'll be doing a transfer browse tomorrow. I think we might look at freebies to sign for the youth team, you know, like we did last year. But I think a lot of our scouting will be looking at players for the future rather than looking for players who are going to enter the first team right away. Any young players from the Faroe Islands about? Matthias Thomasson. I think he came up before, right? 190k to 1.9 mil. I'll be honest, that's quite a big variation. Are any of these any good? It doesn't really look like it, sadly. Faroe Islands is always more difficult to scout because you can't look through their leagues. Their leagues just aren't in the game. Jari Luhisto keeps coming up, and I really like the look of him. They've got Jussi Laho as well, who's not bad. He's very quick. Again, the thing is they play for HJK, who are like the big team in Finland. So it's going to be very difficult to sign those players. I feel like he is not Swedish, is not just Finnish. His last name... maybe it is Finnish. It doesn't look Finnish, his last name. He could be like part Swedish or something. Please be right, Jack. I failed myself. Is Killunen a Finnish name? I don't know why it doesn't look right to me. Can I please pronounce HJK's full name? Jalkapalloklubi. There you go. Nailed it. Helsinki Jalkapalloklubi. Something like that. I probably could do a better job. But we're 4 hours into a stream and it's very long. I'm not fluent in Finnish, so that's good. We'll take it. Jalkapalloklubi. Something like that. I think that was probably better. Although I literally spelt it out like a child saying a word for the first time. Ah! He's inconsistent, chat, and he's unadaptable. But do we sign him anyway? Do we sign... He's very good already. I think for 69k... Even if he just ends up being backup for Tarek, it's probably a pretty good signing. I think even though he's inconsistent, even if he has a bad day at the office, his bad day at the office is going to be probably better than Tarek's good day at the office. I mean, there's the head-to-head comparison. I think he's probably slightly better. He's not as good going forward, I guess, in terms of his dribbling. Like, he edges out passing, of course. You've got to ignore corners and free kicks, which kind of give a false reading. Even stuff like leadership and jumping reach, like, it's good, I suppose, for a wing-back to have, but it's not, like, essential. And he's 18. He's only just turned 18, so he will get homegrown at club. If you don't sign him, man will be gone. I hate the fact that I found that slightly amusing. I hate myself for it. You know what? Let's save this best 11 just that's here now. Although, actually, is that the best 11 as it is right now? I think that is our best 11. Save selection, best XI. At least right now. I mean, the actual league season doesn't start for like 6 months. Staff contracts expire. I might do an overhaul of the staff next stream. Remind me tomorrow, chat, to maybe look at doing some staff stuff. Also, Tony! Oh my God. Tony's actually got really good. Tony's on a good little loan in Iceland. He spent... I'm going to recall him so he can start getting days towards being homegrown at club now. Also, trigger that contract extension clause. Tony, you're here forever, mate. Happy Christmas. 2 more years of Tony. OB have offered me a job interview. I mean, I'm not going to go for them, but it's kind of cool to see teams in some of the bigger Nordic leagues noting us. What do I have my scouts on? Now, this is going to upset a lot of people who think that scouting is really, 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 really important. I've not done my assignments. I don't think you need to do your assignments to have success recruiting players. I've said it. I know Z won't be very happy about it, but I genuinely think you can get by without microing your scouts. I think manual scouting, like looking through leagues and their best 11s, looking through national teams, is always a more effective way than sending your scouts on assignment. I'm going to be honest, I kind of look at the recruitment we've done. I don't feel like it's suffered massively because I've not done my assignments. I mean, the beautiful thing about Football Manager is there isn't a right or wrong way to play the game, folks. Play the game in a way that you enjoy. Look at Tony. Tony's good, isn't he? He's got a 4-year contract now. How many days is he off getting homegrown at club? He got a few days before we loaned him out. Big fan of Tony. Information. Similar player to Marcus Nakim. Things we love to hear. Let's compare them. I mean, he's pretty comparable. I'm not sure I'd say they're similar. I mean, look, if I was going to do a scouting assignment right now, what would I actually do? I'd probably sort out some new scouts. But if I handle assigning the scouts, if I was going to do an assignment right now, what would I do an assignment in? What would I do an assignment in? I'd probably just scout the region, to be honest. I know it's not that exciting, but I'd probably just be looking in our scouting range. Why have I not got the create assignment button is appearing here now? Was that not there a second ago? I'd probably be looking for hot prospects. In fact, I wouldn't even use the preset here. I would go age is at most 18. I'm looking for players who are going to get homegrown at club. We're looking at scouted potential ability of at least, probably superb, so at least 4 stars for potential. And then in terms of scope, I might do competition. I might do nations. I think for us, I'm going to do regions. Although, why can I not do Northern Europe? Is there not a region of Northern Europe? Am I not going crazy? I feel like we're in the Northern Europe region. Why is Northern Europe not showing up? Either way, you could just add the nations like this, which is probably a better... Allegedly, region scouting is actually kind of semi-nerf now. It's actually... You're kind of better off doing this. So actually, because I know that Norwegian players are kind of overpriced, I'd probably focus on like Finland, Denmark, and then maybe Sweden. But even Sweden, I know, is more on the expensive side of things. But I would literally just do... We'll include Norway. Why not? Norway. And then I would just put it on probably my scout with the best judging player ability and potential. So he already has some knowledge. And then just ongoing. So he'll just do this scouting assignment forever. And then that assignment now, he's looking at players who are in Denmark, Finland, Sweden, Faroe Islands, and Norway. Who are aged at most 18 and have at least 4 stars potential. See you later, White Will Smith. Don't get me wrong, you can do this, and it can be beneficial. I might find a player or two that I wouldn't have found otherwise. I just feel like, having played Football Manager for 20 years, if I played the game optimally, it would be very easy. It would just be... And I deliberately do certain stuff that makes the game more difficult. Like with this save game, I've not really touched the staff. Although our coaching and staff setup is very good for the league, it could be better. Same with like team training. Like I could set up the absolute optimal team training program, but it's going to make a game that I at times already find easy even easier. Juliusson has announced that he's going to leave the club at the end of his contract. That's in a year. You're going to leave the club in a year. Are you taking the piss? I mean, he's a very good young player. I would like to get homegrown at club, but he's no Tony, to be fair, is he? He is no Tony. Well, in that case, can we cash in on him? How much did I sign this guy for? I signed him for free. Okay, I feel less bothered now. 20k. I feel like no one in Iceland has 20k to sign him. I feel like with Football Manager, the beautiful thing is you can micro everything or nothing and still have success either way. And I feel like for me, there's like that balancing act where it's like, I want to play in a way that I enjoy and a way where I kind of maximize my enjoyment, which is why I'll spend like 2 hours just going through national youth teams, right? But like, I just don't enjoy stuff like training. Like we did a stream like a few weeks ago where I literally just went through every single national youth team just looking at players. And that is like, that's quite fun for me. I kind of enjoy that. Why can I not see star abilities of players on this view? I feel like my national youth team view isn't working correctly. Do I re-import it? Yeah, okay. Why has that view been edited at some point? Why are views so buggy, chat? Why are views? So right, delete that one. That's the broken view. Training view is fine as of late. That one can go. That's fine. Did that actually get rid of them? Sometimes it doesn't get rid of them. Okay, we're fine. I'm calm now. That Ragnar guy did look good, didn't he, before? He's mega consistent as well. Let's see how much they want. 30k for him. It might be worth it. He looks very good. 17 years old. I will train him to play as a striker. Is the Monopoly legend Odin Thiago home good for you in this segment? Should we have a look, actually? That's a name I've not thought about in ages. He's playing for Valrenga. He's very good. He was so good for us a few years ago, wasn't he, in Monopoly? I totally forgot about in the Monopoly save game how he signed a load of Scandinavian players. We had like Unaland as well, the region, didn't we? That was fun. He wants a minimum release clause. Absolutely not. Ragnar, I will pay you £400. Come on, Ragnar, be reasonable. Thank you, mate. 5-year contract. Minimises the risk we lose him on a Freyana Bosman because we can just trigger the contract extension. He's good. He is another striker, but worst case scenario, strikers have a higher value in general in FM than at other positions. So more likely to make money. And we all love money. Would I ever introduce my asymmetric 4-2-3-1 with shadow strikers into the save game? Never say never, but I kind of enjoy using different tactics, save game to save game. I know that's a little ironic because I've used that tactic in Crystal Palace and in the network game. But it's kind of because I'm already using it in 2 save games. I'm enjoying with this save game playing a system that isn't just high line of engagement constantly. Like our entire system revolves around remaining really compact and then hounding teams as they try and get into our half. And because we have a lower line of engagement, it encourages teams that especially play out from the back to bring their defensive line really, really high. Because they're not getting pressed with the ball, so they bring the ball forward. And when we win the ball, there's loads of space behind their defense because we've allowed them to bring the ball out. That's why we're doing so well in Europe right now. It's because we've got players like Jose Antonio, who's mega quick, who can just get in behind teams. So I'm kind of just enjoying playing this save game this way. Network game tomorrow. I'm going to break hearts here. There is no network game tomorrow. But there is a good reason for it. It's because Ben's going to a zoo. So, there's no network game tomorrow. But it's back on Monday next week. I know, Monday next... Weird day for it to be back. Back on Monday. But that does mean we're back with this tomorrow. So that's good. What is line of engagement? Line of engagement is basically when players choose to start to press. Does it say that if you can mouse over here? Basically, it's when players initiate pressing. When a player's going to start to attempt to win back the ball. Network game from the zoo. That would be good, wouldn't it? No network game. That's it. I'm following. Look, chat. I'm not the reason there's no network game. I want that in writing. This guy's very good. He's a really good goalkeeper. He's on £275. He is not getting paid what he should be. Would it be wrong to sign a player to be a bit of competition with? He's got a release clause of 205k. He's quite good. But I don't really need another goalkeeper. But he's on £275 a week. This is one of the reasons, by the way, why I really, really like loading in a load of the European players, like, around the world. Like, there's players like him who I would never see in any other save game. But because we've got the database set up to have basically any top division European clubs teams, like, fully loaded, like, players like him are just in the game. I just find it really fun. What's our money situation? Our money situation is that basically we need success in Europe. Because this year we started in the Conference League, we didn't get as much money as last year where we got like 3.5 million. But having just won the league, I'm hoping that that will be enough for us to go on a little Champions League run into the Europa League, maybe even the Conference League group stages, and make money there. Do I avoid goalkeepers of high eccentricity? Okay, so I see people all the time talk about eccentricity, right? It's basically a goalkeeper's likelihood to do the unknown. I've seen a lot of people test this out, where they make the perfect goalkeeper with either really high or really low eccentricity. It makes a negligible difference, is the ultimate answer. I think when you have a better goalkeeper who has good decisions, they will probably make better decisions with regards to what the unexpected thing is and when they do it. But there's some people I see and they're like, he has 15 eccentricity, I'm not going near him. Loads of people have tested it. It literally makes a negligible difference. They might mean one extra mistake a year, but it's not like if you've got a player who's the perfect goalkeeper with high eccentricity and then a significantly worse goalkeeper has low, I'd go with the better player all the time. Have I got beyond the Europa League group stages? We got there last year. That's the furthest we've got. We've only been doing the save game for 4 years, and we started in the second division. So we've only actually had 2 seasons in Europe. How long does it take you to complete a season in this save game? Pre-season can take a few days, just because it's quite a long period, and we do a lot of planning in that time. But today we play, this season just gone, we played from the 1st of April till now in 4 streams. So I'd say it takes about a week to do the actual main league part of a season. Obviously, if we had group stage games right now, which we don't this year, it'd probably be a little bit longer. But generally speaking, I think it's probably 7 to 8 streams to do like an entire calendar year. By the way, Pato just got in the team of the year. I love that so much. He got 10 goals. That is mad. Although he's retiring. Why is it with Brazilians retiring in their prime in Iceland? Maicon did it to us. Now Pato's doing it to KA. I feel bad for them. I'm sure they'll be fine. Also, our entire defence on the team, although this guy got goalkeeper of the year. He does not look very good. Am I winning? I am winning. Thank you. PP me. What are you? Popuku and PP me. What does your name mean? I feel like it must mean something. Is El Limon in the Spanish under-19s? Was that a thing? Did he make the Spanish under-19s? Did someone just say? Oh, the Lemon. Wait, does that mean Jose Antonio's made it into a higher team? Maybe? I don't think he has. Are you telling me that Limon's made it into the team, but Jose Antonio hasn't? I mean, we should be happy, right? Oh, the future is bright. The future is Fjolnir. Oh, 50 best players in the world. Where are our players? Where are we? We're not here. We're not there. Okay, right, chat. I think now is probably a good time to wrap up the stream just because it's kind of late. We are going to have contracts expiring at the end of November and January where we can be looking at players who play in Scandinavia. And I feel like we're at a good point now where we've kind of finished the league season. We've signed a couple of players for the future. Like we've got Ragnar who's going to join us and go into the youth team. We've got Mangon Gasama who's going to play as our right back, or at least compete for the right back spot this coming year. I feel like we're in a good little spot. And tomorrow will be a pretty fun, just chill pre-season stream. We'll be able to talk all about football happening. In terms of when we'll be live, it will probably be a similar time to today, so around 9 p.m. BST UK time. Maybe a tiny bit sooner. I'll let you know, guys, kind of know what's going on Twitter once I know exactly what time we're going to be starting and stuff. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today. Today's been fun. Like, wrapping up the season is always nice. We did pretty well all in all. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with the progress that we're making. Anyway, we're going to go and do a raid. You know where we're going to go? We're going to go to Huckleberry Finn. I've not raided Huckleberry in a little while. So we're going to go show him a little bit of love. I think he was doing a save previously where he only signed tall players and then the save game kind of ended sadly. So I'm not sure what save game he's doing at the moment. So we'll raid over and find out together. Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out today. Obviously, I appreciate it's pretty late. I imagine a lot of the people here right now are people who are enjoying their school holidays. You might have missed it, but the stream for last Thursday finally made it up on YouTube today. Friday's stream will be up tomorrow, like last Friday's stream. Then my aim is to get both Tuesday and today's streams up over the weekend, so we are more up to date than we have been on the stream stuff, because it's been a little bit frustrating that we've been a bit behind just because one of the videos wouldn't get processed on YouTube and stuff. You've got work in 4 hours. Why are you up now when you've got work in 4 hours? I don't know. Right, let's go show Huckleberry a load of love. Gang, appreciate you hanging out today. It's been a blast as always. Back tomorrow for more pre-season shenanigans. Remind me tomorrow to sort out my staff. I'll see you guys then.